All right, just testing some levels here. Okay, looks good. All right, so hello gamers, and welcome to Save versus Reality. We play first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons in all of its frustrating, nostalgic, deadly glory with our inclusive and interactive Twitch campaign. Together with your group and player community, you can discuss what you would discover in the world, you can uncover the map, unravel the mysteries I've set for you, and ultimately enjoy... Oh, it sounds like we've got some sound coming through. Hold on just a second. There we go. Okay. You can discuss what you discover in the world. You can uncover the map, unravel the mysteries I've set out for you, and ultimately enjoy a grand adventure together in a way I think would make Gygax proud. Finally, as part of what we call the Divine Chorus, you viewers who would rather not play can still affect the gameplay just by watching us live on Twitch here, by tipping, subscribing, hosting, and rating, or just watching. You can issue commands to influence gameplay. I've put a panel in the Twitch panels down below there so you can see some of our commands. Or you can type !commands and see all of the commands available to you. You can force a reroll, nullify a death blow, call for a miracle. All of these abilities and more will be available to you. We'll be adding more in the future as we figure out what we think would fit for our game. We have our loyalty system fully set up, so if you're watching, you are earning. But if you can't make the streams, we do post on YouTube afterwards so you can get caught up. So start watching, lurking, interacting now to save up to help out. My name is Dead Rabbit Girl. I'll be your DM and host. If what you've heard sounds interesting to you, I invite you to sign up on our Discord, listed also in the panels below. Follow us on Twitter at SVRDND and with the SVR hashtag. We'll take a 15-minute intermission at 1:30 p.m. and we'll wrap up our game today at 3:30 p.m. So let me take a moment to introduce today's cast. Let me just get this open here. I'm just going to unmute them, bring them down into our live chat here. Okay, so we have Gallows playing Calum today. He's playing a cleric, 4th level now. And we also have Raven playing Hildegard. And she's playing a level 3 fighter, very strong. So how are you both today?
We're great.
Good, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. So last we left off, we found out that there is a second settlement somewhere in the deep, mysterious woods. Not only is there another settlement, but they also seem to be having some of the same problems that our city has, in that it's being plagued by a red dragon named Lux, and they have an elven cleric follower named... Either of you remember?
I don't think I caught many people's names.
Even the elf in the black armor that came?
I definitely did not write that down back then, but it's okay. I'm not.
Tessarian?
Tessarian, that's right. Tessarian Carlin, the elven cleric that is serving Lux. We haven't really figured that out yet, so I guess we'll figure that out. And so yeah, what we're doing now, we start off our adventure in the forest, in mid-travel. Both of you are fully rested, equipped. You have the spells you've picked out, Calum, and you're on your way. I just want to open this up right now to give you a chance to speak to each other in case you wanted to talk about any tactics or anything before I launch into what happens next.
Hey, Caleb.
Hey.
Awfully nice weather we're having today. Any idea what we're going to see out there?
I should also
How do you feel
point
about those
out...
people we met last time?
Sorry. I should also point out that Calum here with us is suffering from the flu, so he is soldiering on and coming to play with us anyway, so kudos to Calum. So if we're having a little bit of trouble hearing what he's saying, we will be patient.
Any thoughts of those people we met last time? The ones we saved from that bear?
I think they seem honest so far. I mean, I think we should go check out their settlement and see what's going on.
Not sure how they got those goods, but maybe not the best methods of paying whatever dues that elf wanted.
Well, they're trying to survive.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right. So you're traveling through the woods, and you've been probably traveling for about a day and a half, which is about as far as you went last time, where you found the giant. It wasn't a cave bear, but it was definitely a giant bear. Could have been a cave bear. You're not sure, I suppose. You're not experts. You've been about this far, and you start to find actual trails. Like footpaths. They don't look like they existed for a really long time, but definitely by like trappers or hunters or something like that. People have definitely been moving through the woods around here. It would certainly make your path or your travels a lot faster and a little less annoying, considering you're getting up to this point. You've been having like sticks kind of jamming in the joints of your armor and having to rip those out, and leaves and picking them out of your armor as you've been going. This would certainly make things a little easier if you take these paths, but I'm leaving that up to you.
Well, last time you talked about making a clear path between our town and the that obelisk we found last time. We should probably definitely work on that once you visit these other people, perhaps.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Last time you mentioned you wanted to make a clear path between our town and that obelisk we found last time.
Oh yeah, I've already been working on that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I can get out my axe and we can just make this path a little clearer. We can make a path of this other town too.
Well, let's just get there and see what's going on.
That's fair.
All right. So are you taking the path or not taking the path?
We should take the easier path.
Sure.
Might as well.
Okay. So you both get on the path and you're traveling. It's pretty much like, it's pretty narrow, but it is definitely easier. If you're going to be standing like one in front of the other, who's leading?
I'll lead.
Okay. As you're leading, Hildegard, every once in a while you just kind of use your halberd or whatever to kind of push things out of the way or whatever, or push them up above you and kind of like lean it back so that Calum can grab the branch and pull it over his head. And you're actually enjoying the forest. It seems a little calmer, a little nicer around here, a little less or a little more tamed than the forests, the wild forests that you've been traveling in just recently. And just as you feel that you're relaxed enough that you're actually enjoying yourself and starting to think about, you know, maybe finding a place to sit down and maybe have some food or whatever, someone steps out onto the path in front of you. About 20 feet up, a very, very large man. And I say man because it's what first strikes you as a man. But when you see the green skin of his face, you realize that he's not human, at least. Bright red hair. It's braided and dreaded down his back. Full plate mail armor. or just plate mail armor. Sorry, not full plate. A full suit of plate mail armor. He's got a shield. You can see that he has a warhammer or something tied, like looped to his belt. And he steps out and just holds out like a huge hand, and says in a really strong accented common, "Hold right there."
We stop.
All right. So Caleb, you can't really see him as well as Hildegard can, because he is like pretty much directly on the path in front of you, and you'd have to kind of shimmy off into the forest type of thing to actually get a better look at him, and it's fairly dense here, just so you know. Is there anything you want to do while Hildegard stops?
Well, I'll try to see what's going on.
All right. So you kind of move up and off to the side into the forest a little bit to see him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that, and he kind of puts his hand down as he sees that you're both stopping. He's like, "That's as far as you get to go." He's like, "I'd like you two to turn around if you don't mind. I don't want any trouble."
Is there a problem?
"Not yet," he says. It's like,
Is there something we should be aware of behind you?
he kind of half turns. He says, "Well, I must say that there is a camp of bugbears just a little bit behind me, and if we don't keep it down, I'm sure they'll come and investigate. So we wouldn't want that to happen. I'm trying to keep this civil. I've been asked to keep you away from this area. I assume you two are from that new city."
What's that city's name again?
He's like, "The one that appeared." "So would you do me a favor and just turn around so that I don't have to get my hammer dirty?"
Well, I have no intention of fighting you. In any case, if anything, I'd prefer to take on those bugbears with you. Help make these forests a little safer for everyone else.
He's like, oh, you misunderstand me. They're with me.
Oh. You can speak to bugbears?
Well, I wouldn't normally call it that, but yes. They can understand me, if that's what you mean.
That's pretty impressive, I have to say.
They'd rather fight than talk, and I'm sure you'll find that out if you keep going, but let's just keep this civil.
All right. Well, we need to come to some sort of agreement. We have to pass you.
Shakes his head. He says, "I'm afraid that's not going to happen, my friend. You've got two options. You can turn around and go back to your town or go any other place. But if you keep going this way and start trying to head to the Penka Vale, I'm going to have to try and stop you."
The Penka Vale?
You are headed to that that little palisade town, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Penka Vale. That's what they call it.
Penka
Have you been
Vale.
asked to protect them? I'm assuming you've been asked to protect them then.
Oh, no. No.
So you're just here in the middle of the forest.
Telling people to go around.
Oh, no, I was told specifically that at least two of you would be heading this way at some point within the next few days, so I was asked to kill you, if I'm going to be honest, but I really don't want to bother with that because I know that there's a lot more of you than that in the town, so if I can just get you to turn around, then this job will be a lot easier for me, if you know what I mean.
So who is it you take orders from?
Oh, that would be the Dragon Lux.
Oh, Lux is a dragon.
You didn't know? Well, consider yourself lucky. If you haven't had to figure that one out yet, then, well, you're doing pretty good for yourself. You should just keep that up and head back now while you still can.
Well, what's your name, sir?
They call me Elpenor.
Alpenor?
Where are you from, Elpenor?
I think that's enough chit-chat. Are you going to do what I say or not?
Well, Alpador, it's never too late to
Reconsider.
He kind of stretches his shoulders. He unloops the warhammer off of his belt and just kind of holds it in his hand. He's like, don't make me do this.
Alpador, it's never too late to let Torm into your heart.
He chuckles. He's like, you're funny. I'd hate to smash that mouth of yours. Maybe we can have a beer back at your town sometime if you do turn around.
Does it not interest you? Are you from these lands, Alpador? Please forgive us. I mean, I don't mean to push, but this is all very new to us.
Not originally. Probably come from the same place you did.
You just landed here and started taking orders from a red dragon?
Oh, no, I was hired. I don't do things for free, of course.
Of course, okay, I understand. So you're a mercenary?
Yeah, sure. I prefer sellsword, but yeah. Sure, I'm a mercenary.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, we can't afford to, offer you work, but maybe if you could give us a little more insight as to what's going on. Why would he not want us to communicate with this other village?
He shrugs his shoulders. He's like, he doesn't tell me anything.
But you take orders directly from Lux himself?
Well, not directly. Through his mouth.
Tysarian?
Yeah, that uppity elf guy, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
He's kind of a dick, isn't he?
Well, sure. Yeah, he is a bit of a dick, I must admit. But
I haven't met him yet, but
I'm not being paid to kill him, if you know what I mean.
I haven't met him or the dragon. I've just heard of them from my friends here, so well, Elpenor, I have personally seen my colleague split some crazy creature right in half with her weapon. And I don't want to see her do the same thing to you. We would just like to pass.
He nods. He says, the way she fills out that armor, I'd say that she probably swings that pretty hard, but I gotta say that I haven't found too many people stronger than me, so... And don't forget, he kind of just motions over his shoulder. It's like, I'm trying to cut you a solid here. Come on.
Yeah. It also sounds like an intimidation tactic, actually. It's, if you really wanted to just scare us off, you would bring them out.
Speak a little louder and you'll find out. It's like, listen, I don't want to risk it. I don't know how powerful you two are. If you've got this far, chances are you can handle yourself. So this is why we're talking. Let's level here. And I guarantee you that I will give you a run for your money. I'm not going to be some pushover. And one of us is going to end up on the ground, bleeding, probably dead, let's admit it.
Yeah, it'd be nice to avoid that. But at the same time, there is a village of people out there that need help. And we need help.
He's like, that village is doomed. Whether you go there or not. So why waste yourselves? Why waste your breath? Why waste your lives?
Clearly we have different morals.
He leans against a tree. He's like, I can see you're considering my offer. I like that. Did you want to talk amongst yourselves for a moment? Why don't I let you do that?
I was considering whether it would take the two of us, or if I should just let my friend here move you herself.
Well, you know, I would be all up for an honorable one-on-one, but as soon as we start clashing weapons together here, I have to say, I don't think my friends behind me are going to be all that patient.
I don't think they exist.
Well, I guess that's something you're going to have to risk then, isn't it?
Hildegard. And I'll cast a glance over towards her.
You cast what?
A glance over towards her.
Okay. I thought you were casting something.
The spell glance.
The glance.
I've got nothing. I'm sorry. I'm just completely dead to the world right now. I'm just staring off into the sky.
What? Monster that's not attacking right away? What's going on?
I'm lost in thought, the few thoughts that I actually have. I've really got no strong feeling one way or another, but if he doesn't really want to fight us, we can always come back another day when he might not be here.
He's like, he nods, he says, that's a really good idea. Why don't you come back in 5 days? 5 days sounds like the perfect amount of time. If you come back in 5 days, I guarantee you I will not be here.
Well,
you said this other town is doomed. Why?
Writing on the wall.
What wall?
Is something going to happen to them within the 5 days?
Oh, no. Why would you think that?
Well,
is there a wall I should know about?
I've heard enough.
What do you think, Caleb?
Are you guys talking privately to each other? Or?
No,
Yeah,
no,
sorry.
out loud, I'll just say I've heard enough. I'll drop my shield and pull out my two-handed hammer.
Okay.
Alrighty.
He kind of shrugs his shoulders, kind of rolls his shoulders like this, smacks his shield twice, bang, bang, and then you hear a hoot in the woods behind him from somewhere. So, what are you guys doing? He's sitting there, he's just kind of blocking the path, kind of holding where he's at right now, brings his shield up, just kind of motions forward like this. You can hear a crashing in the trees behind him.
I think they're real, Callum.
I guess you're right.
Okay, as you guys are talking, you see them starting to come out from behind him.
How many?
You count 2, 3. There's 4 of them, you think? And
I think that's
they're
more
about
than we can handle.
7 feet tall, almost. Each of them. They're wearing leather armor. You can see they've got shields and swords. Some of them have axes. And they're just smashing through the underbrush. They're very, very big. They don't seem to care too much about the path or whatever. And 2 of them are coming off from his right side, and 2 have been circling around or coming off to his left. But it looks like you're about to get surrounded as they're rushing in. They start bellowing war cries.
Let's turn around.
Yeah, all right. He called our bluff. Let's go.
Are you guys running?
Oh, we'll just start backing up. All right.
He just kind of shrugs his shoulders like, too late now. And he starts stomping forward, just marching forward, slower than the bugbears. It looks like the bugbears are going to pass him and get to you first. But he's starting to kind of just trudge right towards you, like he's going to get to you eventually, but he's not in a big rush to do it.
Let's turn around and head the other way, but faster.
It looks like they're going to close on us.
I would probably recommend that shield then.
Yeah. So, how far are those bugbears?
How far are they?
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of time, they're about one turn away. Like they're if you're talking about space, they're probably about maybe 15 feet.
Okay,
they're pretty close.
And you say there's how many? 7?
4.
They're 7 feet tall.
Yeah, they're 7 feet
that's
tall.
Right. I knew there was a 7 in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Head full of concrete. Okay, I'm going to cast Hold Person on the bugbears.
Okay.
All right. Forgot you had that. Nice. Okay. Let me open up. Where are we? Player's Handbook, Orange Spine. And let's look up Hold Person. Calum grabs his holy symbol, holds it out before him, and calls to his god. This spell holds immobile and freezes in place from 1 to 3 humans or humanoid creatures for 5 or more melee rounds. The level of cleric casting the Hold Person spell dictates the length of time the effect will last. The basic duration is 5 melee rounds at first level, 6 at 2, 7 at 3, etc. So at 4th level, Calum's spell would hold for 8 rounds. So that's actually pretty good. Well, you have to land it first, right? So
yeah.
So let's see. So we've got 8 rounds. If the spell's cast at 3 persons, each gets a saving throw at normal score. If only 2, I'm assuming you're going to try and get 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Persons making their saving throw are totally unaffected. Creatures affected by a Hold Person are brownies, dryads, dwarves, elves, gnolls, gnomes, goblins, half-elves, halflings, half-orcs, hobgoblins, humans, kobolds, lizardmen, nixies, orcs, pixies, sprites, and troglodytes. There are no bugbears there.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
The spellcaster needs a small straight piece of iron as the material component of this spell. We'll ignore the spell components. I've never really ran with them. If you guys are okay with that, I'm assuming you will be. So here's the thing. The bugbears aren't affected. The bugbears aren't affected. However, Elpenor might be. Okay?
Right.
So I'm going to switch this to... okay, and then we go like this. Is that showing?
Is what showing?
I can kind of see a little bit of it. Oh, yeah. I see the dice background.
All right, so we've had a problem with our dice rollers, so this is just a temporary solution. Okay, so he's going to need... I'm just going to bring this down here. Saving throws. So for him, he has to save versus petrification or spell. Which would it be? Petrification? No, it's probably just spells, right?
That's cleric spells.
Okay. So normally he would require a 12, but he's going to need a 13, is it? Okay, here we go.
Now I get a +4 to hit.
Oh, that's to hit. Right, it's not. Okay, so he got a 15. He saved. Okay. He just kind of like... you can see it like wrap around his limbs, all this magical energy, and he just kind of like flexes his arms back. It shatters around him, and you can see he just like looks a little bit pissed off, grabs his helmet, puts it on his head.
Uh-oh.
So you've effectively pissed him off, at least. All right, I'm going to get some initiative rolls for you and the bugbears. And then for Elpenor.
All right, let's roll up initiative.
Calum, go for it whenever you're ready. Hildegard got a 5, which becomes a what?
It becomes 3 because I have +2 to reaction.
Okay.
Am I rolling there because it's not showing up on?
Yeah, yeah, you got an 8
Okay.
first.
All right,
First
it's just
time.
not showing up on my table.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so whoops, that's 1, and then the other 3. Okay, so Bugbear's
Ooh, I'm
got
tied with the bear.
4, 0, 3, 7, and then Elpenor is not in the combat this round, but he is in next round with a 6.
Does that mean I'm tied with one of the bears?
You are. You want to roll it?
Sure. What do we roll for that?
Just roll another d10. Lowest
Okay.
wins. All right.
No one's ever surprised me in combat before, and it's not starting now.
Actually, you are first. Yeah. So they come rushing in. 2 on your side, and 2 are kind of closing in around behind as well to come at Calum. So you get first attack though, Hildegard.
Are these considered medium or small or large creatures?
They're considered large creatures. Okay.
Oh, I feel bad for these bugbears. All right.
Do you really?
No.
I didn't think
Let's be
so.
honest. I feel bad for the pain they're going to endure.
All right. Okay.
I'm going to make my first swing.
Well, their AC
Oh.
is 5, so you probably need to know that. So what do you need for an AC 5?
Right. For an AC 5, I need to hit 11.
11.
Well, that's
Oh.
with my modifier,
Yeah.
I believe. I don't miss. I don't hit it, I mean.
Right. Okay. So you swing. It knocks your halberd to the side with its shield and starts closing in on you. That would be that one's turn. It swings at you, and your AC is what?
-3.
Oh, is that all? Okay. Right. Monster attack matrix. There you are. Okay, so for a 3 plus, a -3 is a 19 or higher. Nope, that's a nope. One of them on Calum comes in. What's your AC, Calum?
That would be. It's 4 × 6. I'm not using my shield, so I think that makes it a 5, right?
No, it'll make it a 6. If it's in the
Okay.
brackets, that means without shield. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if one of them had helm, so.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no. Helmet just helps you with critical hits.
All right.
Okay, so 10 or higher. Oh, 9. Okay, so you're all right from that one.
They actually missed me.
Okay, and a second one comes in and attacks as well. That's an 11, so that one hit. Let me just check the damage. Okay. You suffer 4 points of damage, Calum. And then it is Calum's turn, and then it's the last bugbear. What you doing, Calum?
I will take a swing at him.
Okay. AC is 5, as I said. What do you need?
Looking at the AC 5, I need a 13.
Okay.
So I don't have any pluses to hit. So that is a...
Oh. Okay. So it's last one attacking attacking Hildegard. So it's a 19, right? 2. Oh, that's not going to get it done. That's first round done. So Elpenor rushes in. It looks like he's going right for Hildegard. It doesn't look like he's interested in Calum at all. Even though Calum tried to cast a hold spell. That would be Hildegard. It's your first turn. You see this large orc. He's probably about 6.5 feet tall. Built like a brick shit house, coming at you like a freight train.
Hey, same height.
He goes, samesies.
Sorry to see you die.
So you got 2 bugbears and a pissed off looking orc coming at you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna make another swing of that same bugbear, the one tied with me.
Sure.
Oh, just one under.
Womp,
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. All right. So it's the bugbear that tied you. Oh.
Uh-oh.
If it gets a 1, that's bad. No. So it swings, and that means it misses a turn. So next round it overswung past you, and you pretty much like left your foot kind of sticking out as it kind of overextended itself. It trips over your leg, kind of stumbles off into the bush, kind of righting itself. So it's going to be out for a round. That will make it one of the ones on Calum. Oh, what? Okay, same thing. Oh, not a 1. Calum, you managed to bring up your shield. You block it.
I dropped my shield.
Oh, you dropped your shield. Okay, so you bring your hammer up. Or your mace, your footman's mace. Yeah.
Right.
So you bring your footman's mace, you block, kind of shove him back, kind of kick him in the chest. He goes stumbling back on his ass. He's out for another round as well.
Good. Praise Torm.
Praise Torm. And that would make it Elpenor's turn. Okay. All right.
No war elephants yet.
No war elephants quite yet, no. Okay, so for AC 6, that would be... Oh, same. It's a 10. Oh, wait, no, your AC's -3?
Yup.
Yeah, no problem. That's still a 19, though, for a fighter of his level. Oh, close, but no cigar. Even with the plus, what does he have? He has in total +3 to hit. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17. Not quite. He would need a 16 or higher, it looks like. So he comes in hard. You stagger under the weight of his blow. It actually hit you pretty hard. But you managed to block it with your shield, make you take a step back at least. He wasn't kidding. He's actually pretty strong. If he's probably not as strong as you, but he's pretty close. And that would make it the bugbear, then Calum, then the other bugbear. So bugbear on you, Hildegard. Bugbear, or actually no, it's Calum's turn and then the other bugbear. Calum, what are you doing?
I will take a swing again at the bugbear that's on me.
Okay.
You got it, buddy. No, never mind.
I can't even see what I'm rolling.
You got a 6. You got a 6.
All right.
I'm going to start calling it out for you, okay? And it swings at you, Calum. Got a 16. That's a hit.
I thought he was... Oh, maybe it's the other one.
There's 2. There's 2 on you. So one of them stumbled off in the woods. He's going to miss his next attack. So 2d4. Ooh, full damage. 8 damage.
All right.
Still doing okay there?
Yep.
All right.
Well, define okay.
Hildegard, your third action, please.
I'm just going to ignore the guy. I want to make sure to get... well, the bugbears aren't too big of a deal. But I'll still finish off the one that's still with me.
Okay.
The other one's run off into the forest.
Well, it fell.
Coward.
It fell into the forest. It didn't run
Cowardly
off.
fell into the forest.
Cowardly fell into the forest. Sure. Okay.
So I'm going to take a swing at the other one that's still with me.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a hit.
Here you go. And 2d6 plus 5 for damage.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
So be a total of 17.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Would you believe that it's not dead? It is very badly injured. You chop into it. It howls in
Can I take a
pain.
limb off?
What's that?
Can I take a limb off?
A limb. It's just a scratch. Okay, so
A scratch.
you chop into it. It howls in pain, kind of grabs its wound, growls, and then that would be not its turn. Not that one. It would be Elpenor next. He yells out something in Orcish. Do you guys understand it?
Let me take a look. I think I might. Hold on a second. What's on the other sheet? I do.
Yeah? Do you?
Yeah.
You don't though, Hild?
I don't know anything. I just know common.
Okay. He yells at Hildegard. He says, in Orcish, he says, "Face me, you coward. I'm your foe." And misses. That would be the one on Calum, the only one on Calum this turn. Misses Calum's turn, and then it's the only one on Hildegard this turn. What you doing there, Calum?
I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on myself.
Okay.
That's a die 8, isn't it?
Yeah, die 8, was it die 8 plus 1? Do you want me to look it up?
You got a 6.
6. No, I got it. I'll look it up. It's
Okay.
my responsibility.
Okay. Alright. So he cures himself for some of his wounds, and the other one swings at Hildegard. Misses.
Good luck, buddy.
Hildegard, 4th round of combat, your turn.
After getting... You know what? I'm just going to finish off that bugbear. I'll turn to him next turn. I don't want
Okay.
to just leave it sitting around in case it hits me or crits me.
Alright.
Let's finish off this bugbear. Yeah. Just hits. Oh, I'm so sorry for this bear. I'm not.
No, I didn't think you would be.
That'd be 13? 8 plus 5?
13? Is that what you said?
Two
Oh, yeah.
swings,
Math,
30
right?
points of damage.
Okay, so it falls down bleeding. It's doesn't move. It's very mortally wounded. It is not quite dead yet, but it is dying very, very quickly. All right. That would be that one dead.
I just give a little, sorry, buddy, as he goes down.
The other one gets up, humiliated that he was knocked on his ass, and leaps at Calum. And misses.
Yeah. Whew.
That would be Elpenor's turn. Swinging at Hildegard. And misses. Damn, you're getting lucky.
You're just not having a good day today.
And this one swings, the bugbear swings at Hildegard. That one needs a 19 or 20. You know, they'll get it eventually, you never know. Swing enough times,
They'll
right?
die first.
Yeah, she's going to start popping out a bunch of 20s while on all of this.
Okay,
Oh, no.
Calum, it's your turn when you're ready.
Okay.
Big 20s.
What you doing?
I'm going to take a swing at the one in front of me. I've got to hit something.
Oh, nice hit,
Yeah.
19.
Nice.
All right. Damage is not very much, but here we go.
So you rolled a 4. Do you have any bonuses?
Yeah, +1.
+1? Okay.
So hold on a second. It is a 1. For this base, that's 1d6, and then my strength bonus, so +1. So that'd be 5 points of damage.
5 points? Okay.
Yeah.
So you smash it. It howls in pain, gets knocked to the side. This one is a little bit smaller. You can see the bigger ones went after Hildegard, and the smaller ones came behind to finish up the cleric. But
I get the rats, the pups.
the pups. Well, the pups are doing pretty good on you so far, so...
Yeah.
That would make it the other one on Hildegard. Misses. 5th round of combat. Hildegard, your turn.
I'm going for the big orc.
All
I
right.
have no idea what he said, so I can't respond. I just know that he yelled at me.
He did. He did. He sounded pissed off. I mean, you don't really know what he said, but he sounded upset.
I have no idea what his AC is, so I will roll.
Oh,
and I
sorry.
can tell you.
Okay.
But I can tell you if it hits.
All right. His AC is 3.
Okay, yeah, that does hit. My I would need a 13 to hit an AC 3.
Nice. Damn, that's good. Okay.
And he would be considered a medium, right?
Yeah, he's medium.
Okay, so it's a 1d10, then +5.
Okay.
So 11.
Nice.
Gonna poke him
So that
with
puts
a
him
pointy
down.
end.
All right. He coughs up a little bit of blood as you knock him back. And you see the look of surprise in his eyes. That would make it one of the ones on Calum. What did I say they needed? I can't remember.
Oh, I think that just hits. I think it was 11.
Oh, it's a 10.
Caleb's AC
It's
is
a 10.
6.
It's a 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh no.
8 points of damage, Calum.
Oh, I gotta pick up my shield.
Might be a good idea, maybe.
Just turtle behind a tree.
Just turtle, yeah. That would be Elpenor. He roars and swings. Oh!
Oh shit.
Got a 1. He got a 1.
1. Crit fail.
Oh, at least he didn't get a 1 though, right? Yeah, so he swings, you pretty much just bring up your shield. You honestly didn't mean to do it, but he was overextending himself so much that when you brought up your shield, you took a step forward and you smashed him right in the face with it. He falls back into a tree and he looks like stunned or something. He's just like shaking his head.
You're a beast.
Every day I'm getting stronger. In between sessions, I've just been doing hundreds of push-ups.
Hildegard, warrior princess.
Hildegard, warrior princess, yeah. Alright, so one swings at Hildegard. Misses. It's Calum's turn. What you doing, Calum? You gonna drop the footman's mace and draw your horseman's mace and shield?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you do for your turn.
Yeah.
I'll be back very shortly.
And the other one comes at you. What's your AC now?
Now it's 4.
Okay. So now they need a 12 or higher.
Now they're gonna start rolling 16s.
Oh, they rolled an 11.
Woo!
So you got lucky.
That's the money right there.
All right, Hildegard.
Good timing.
6th round of
All right.
combat. It was good timing.
Is Elpenor still in range, or did he get sent back a bit?
He's currently stunned, which means that you can catch him unawares. I'll allow you to hit with a like 3 easier. So whatever you needed, you have a +3 to hit him. If you want to go for him while he's stunned, or you can go for the bugbear. It's up to you.
The other bugbear isn't exactly much of a threat to me.
Okay.
They're just little fleas.
All right.
7 feet tall. It's a flea.
Right.
I'm gonna go for Elpenor.
Okay. Oh, nice roll. 18. Nice.
Oof. That'll be 9 plus 5 is 14.
14.
Just gonna poke him again.
Well, that's a pretty good poke, I gotta say. Would you say 14? Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. That would make it one of them on Calum. Needs 12 or higher now. Rolled a 13.
Ooh.
Calum, you'd suffer 3 points of damage.
Thank you.
That will be one on Hildegard. Natural 20.
Oh shit!
Not a threat, huh?
I should have cut it. I would, even if I got a max hit, it wouldn't have killed it in 1 hit anyway.
Okay, so in first edition, we run crits a little different. So they roll d20 again. The higher the roll, the more damage. So here we go. 11, so that is just normal double damage. So here we go. Ooh, rolled a 7. So that means you suffer 14 points of damage, Hildegard.
Oh, it helps. Hit as hard as you.
Okay. Stabs you right in the side, knocking you back.
Ow.
That would make it Calum's turn.
I want to say it got me in the back because I was smacking the other guy.
Okay.
All right. Caleb's going to cast another Cure Light Wounds on himself.
On himself? Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it. You rolled a 6.
Okay,
You
perfect.
rolled well.
All right.
Okay, and it's the last one on Calum. Rolled a 2, missed.
Yeah.
Hildegard. 7th round of combat. As you were laying into Elpenor, you got stabbed in the back like a coward.
How's Elpenor looking?
Elpenor is looking pretty beat up. He's bleeding from the 2 significant wounds you gave him, but he's still in full fighting ability for sure.
Is he still considered stunned or no?
No, he's okay. Pushing himself away from the tree. It looks like he's about to leap at you.
I can't trip him with my halberd, can I? I know you can, but I also know I'm using with 1 arm, so
yeah,
I'll let you arbitrate.
Yeah, I'll say no unless you're using it with 2, but I don't even really have the rules right now. We need to look that up in the downtime because that's going to take some research to figure out exactly what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, I'd love to grapple somebody at some point.
Well, you can definitely do that. It's up to you. But, I mean, if you're grappling him, you've pretty much opened yourself up to attack, right?
Definitely not until the end, maybe.
Right.
You know what? Let's just take another swing at him, because everything's going well so far.
Right. Okay. Well.
Hey, it's another hit.
Okay.
I need he has an AC 3, right?
Yes, AC 3.
So, yeah. So I needed 13 or higher.
Okay.
It's going to make another big old poke. Just poke for another part of his chest.
All right.
For a total of 6.
She rolled a 1, by the way. Okay.
Just a light, deep stab.
A light, deep scab. An exfoliation. Okay.
Slowly but hard.
All right. One of the bugbears on Calum rolls a 19. 3 points of damage.
Oh, that's okay.
Elpenor like growls, jaw open, his large tusk-like teeth shimmering. You can see that he's got them capped in brass as he leaps at you and swings. Oh!
Oh shit! Another critical fail.
Rolled a 1.
That's amazing.
He's just not having a good day.
4. Okay, leaps. You saw him choreograph that leap though, so as he does it, you just deftly step aside and pull in your shield. He falls on the ground. Just like does like a dive onto the ground, trips and falls on his face. He's looks mortified and angry. He's pretty near you, by the way, Calum, now too. But he's on the ground, so that would put him prone, but yeah.
Can I call it to the bugbears and say, "This is your master? Really?"
Just start chirping him.
Can I roll to embarrass? No, I'm kidding.
Well, that's assuming that they can even understand you, right?
This is your master, this little elf dick.
Little elf dick. Okay. So
as a bonus action, can I just point and laugh?
Sure. You have time because you got a natural 1. How's that? And as you're laughing, one of the bugbears tries to cut your arm off. Oh, rolled an 18. One more and you would have actually hit. You're like, oh crap, and pull up your shield.
Oh, close one.
Yeah. Calum, it's your turn.
So you say the guy's prone?
Yeah, he's on the ground prone. That would put him at an AC of 6.
Makes it easier for me to hit. But he issued a challenge directly to what's her face, so.
Yeah.
And
Wouldn't want
I've
him
got two
to. Wouldn't want to get his attention, would you?
Probably not. I can't even handle the 2 baby bugbears that are on me, nibbling at my ankles.
Right.
I'll take a swing at the one I've already hurt, try to whittle him down.
Okay. You rolled an 8. Okay, that would be
Little League Baseball, everyone misses.
the same one swings back at Calum. Rolls a 9 and misses.
Good.
Okay. This puts us to the 8th round of combat. This is a grand battle going on here. Probably the longest battle I think you guys have been in so far.
Yeah, I think so. I think our other longest one was with the one where almost everybody died.
Right, the porcupines? The giant porcupines? Yep. Yeah. It was pretty long. Okay, so Hildegard, it's your turn.
Is Elpenor still in my range?
He is, yes. He's also AC 6 right now.
I'm going to give him a poke in the back.
Okay. Oh,
Nope.
With a 3. Womp womp.
Okay, I'll say I'll make a swing that goes wide.
Okay. You tried to catch him in the middle of his neck as he was falling down, but he managed to face plant unceremoniously as you swung over top of him. And one of the bugbears goes for Calum with a 7 and misses.
Nice.
Elpenor turns around, sees the blade swing over his head, kind of widens his eyes and like rights himself for this round, pushes himself up off the ground. That would be what the bugbear on Hildegard. 19 hits you.
Oh, that actually hits.
For 7 points of damage.
I'm down to 15.
15. Damn.
Ouch.
And what are you at, Calum?
I am at 13.
At 13. So you're both pretty
So-
hurt. Yeah.
I went 21, 13, 20, 12, 9, 16, 13.
Well, you're still on your feet, so this is good.
Keep that shield up.
I guess stop putting it down.
Caleb, it is your turn though. So
All right.
what would you like to do?
I'll take a mighty swing, calling out to the great god of Tor.
Okay. You rolled a 16.
Nice.
Is that a hit?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Brace yourself. My dice roll is coming.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
A 1
Yeah.
plus 1 is 2.
It's 2. Okay. You guys need a dedicated DPS in this group.
Can't fight this with a healer and a tank.
Well, you can, but it takes a long time apparently.
Yeah. It does, yeah.
Okay.
I even have a +2 to hit, and I can't hit shit.
Can't hit shit. The
All right.
other bugbear on Caleb. 4 missed. 9th round, Hildegard.
All right, gonna make another swing at this boy,
Okay.
Elpenor. Oh,
Womp womp. She rolled a 6.
only a 6.
Okay. So one of them on Caleb. 12 hits.
No,
4 points of damage.
that's not a hit.
12 isn't a hit?
No.
You have an AC
Tied to the
6,
defender,
right?
Yeah.
They need 13 now to hit, right?
Do they?
I thought that's how I went to the
I think
defender.
before it was 11, and now it's 13.
No, it was 10.
Okay.
But now my armor class went up by 2, or down by 2, so that would make it...
So what's your
My-
AC
my-
right now?
My AC right now is... well, I was like, oh, it's -3. Wrong sheet. Hold on.
It's 3?
No. It's
4, right?
4. 4, yeah.
4 is 12. That's what they need.
No, I thought Ty went to the defender. Okay, go
No,
ahead.
no. That's what you need to hit. So,
Gotcha. All right.
okay. So 4 damage.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Bring in
So-
that spiritual hammer again.
The bugbear on Caleb, or on Hildegard. Rolled a 10, missed. That makes it
Not this
Caleb's-
time, buddy.
Oh wait, it's Elpenor's turn. He steps up from the ground, stabs straight up with his or swings straight up with his hammer. 17 hits.
Oh no.
Alright, so that is, there we go.
Elpenor Silverhead.
Rolls a 3 plus 9
Plus how
points of
much?
damage. 9 points of damage.
It's supposed to be down to 6 health.
Okay. Smack knocks you back, stumbling backwards as he stands up, and he says something else in Orcish. It's like, did that get your attention? Of course, you don't understand exactly what he's saying, but it sounded condescending.
You're down to 6 points of damage?
Yup, of
6
health.
hit points? How are you down to 6? You've only got hit a couple times.
Yeah, I got critted and then I got a big hit from a
Oh,
bear.
you did. That's right.
Bear that did 14 damage. It took me out. Took up basically half of my health in 2 hits.
All right. Well, you got to stop playing with these guys and actually hurt them.
Caleb, it's your turn.
Cure light wounds on the fighting princess.
Ooh, the fighting princess. Nice. All right, roll it. 7.
Nice.
Very nice.
So you take.
Is it just the die roll, or is it like a +1 on top of that? Do you know?
Well, I get a plus for my wisdom?
Let me just look it up. Hold on. Cure light wounds. Here we are. 1d8. So that's it, and it's touch. So you have to touch her. So.
With pleasure.
Yeah, I'm assuming that that she's not avoiding your touch, so you don't have to worry about it.
I'll take it.
I thought so. And the bugbear swings at Caleb. Natural 20. All right. So crit is where?
Wait, can I make that fudge?
Sure.
Can I make it re-roll it? Do I? What's the command for that?
It's exclamation mark fudge. Look at the panel down there. There's a few different ones you might want to consider.
I have no idea. I have the weird quest mode thing.
Oh.
Well, let's open up a third Twitch tab.
Just type in exclamation mark commands, and they should all come up.
I'll try using the actual.
Well, fudge is 500 favor, and curse is 1,000, but that guarantees him a natural 1.
I have no idea how much favor I have either.
You have
exclamation mark favor.
Oh, okay.
I'm rank 1 with 720, so I can make him fudge it.
Sure, if you like.
Would you like that? I think it'll probably keep you from dying, Caleb.
So, considering you guys are letting me know if any of these things go through, let me know if it works.
I typed fudge and it said I granted +5 bonus to a roll.
Okay.
But
so,
was I supposed to type re-roll instead?
No, that would have just re-rolled it. He could have had a chance to got another 20.
Okay.
Or he could have got a fail. You want to see what it would have been?
Sure.
All right. If you would have done re-roll, it would have been a 6 and it would have missed.
Oh, okay.
But in this case, it's
-5,
-5, so that'll be a 15. So that just means it's not a crit.
Okay.
So 5 points of damage instead.
Oh, that helps.
But if I would have crit, then it would have been, it would have been, let's see. So 6, 12 damage. So it's pretty good, right?
I think that's the difference between life and death, almost.
Yeah. Caleb's pretty much down to his knee.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, so we are on the 10th round of combat. Everybody is panting heavily, sweat dripping into your armor. Everybody's exhausted from this fight so far. It's been going on for quite some time. This is Hildegard's first round. What are you doing, Hildy?
Let's just finish off this guy.
Okay.
He's the biggest threat. Oh.
Womp womp. It's a 9, by the way. Alright. So that would make it one of them on Caleb. 19.
Oh man. I'm glad that didn't hit me.
4 damage.
I guess.
And that puts me, that's exactly what I had left, so I'm at 0.
At 0?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The good thing is you're not in the negatives, so you're not bleeding, so you're just unconscious.
I fall. Good night, sweet prince.
That makes it... Right. Elpenor laughs and swings with a natural 20.
Oh, that's it.
Uh-oh.
Do you guys have anything to combat that?
Yeah. I will. What's that called?
You could force him to reroll.
I don't have
Fudge
another.
would be -5.
A reroll,
So
I think, is 500
right?
as well, right?
Is it?
I think so.
How do I do it?
Exclamation mark reroll.
Oh, I hit slash. Divine power. One last blessing of Torm.
All right, here we go. $11.
Yeah.
All right. And the bugbear missed by inches. Hildegard, if you're going to do something, you're going to do it now because it's your turn.
Well, I can't exactly pick up Caleb and run away. I have to either fight or die.
Okay.
That's about it. I can't surrender, can I?
You can if you want to.
Oh, cleave him down. You're almost there.
He probably has one hit left.
You can do it.
I'm gonna think really hard, but I don't know how to pray, so I'll just think really hard about Torm.
Okay.
Think about that cool guy Torm and make my hopefully last swing. Yes.
Good roll.
Praise Torm.
Praise Torm.
All right, give me a big hit, Torm.
Whoa.
11 damage.
11? Shit.
Yeah, it would be 6 plus 5.
Whoop,
Okay.
there it is.
So you swing. You actually cut open his plate mail with that and spill blood all down his greaves. He coughs up more blood and stumbles backwards. And he grips his chest. He holds up his hand like this. And he just says, "Enough!"
Really?
You see he barks out something else in another language that you don't understand. And you see the bugbears, 3 of them that were going to pretty much leap on you and rip you to pieces, kind of like look confused and look at him. And but they don't attack. But they look like they really want to. They're like looking at each other like, what the hell type of thing. These huge, monstrous, furry humanoids. And he just says, enough.
So, can we pass now?
Okay. He just shakes his head. He spits at the ground. He says, take your friend and get out of here. It's like,
all right.
You and I aren't finished this, though.
Can we shake hands? for a fight well done.
Okay. He just kind of looks at the bugbears and he says, better not.
Fine. I do respect you, though.
He gives a very manly nod at you.
I'm going to give Caleb a bit of water from my water skin.
Okay.
Just to wake him back up.
So you do that.
Does that bring him back to 1?
It doesn't bring him back to 1, but you can see that he's kind of like lolling his head around a little bit. He might be able to stumble beside you. You're not going to have to like carry him like a maiden or anything. So he's got enough strength that he could probably put his arm around your neck and like stumble through the woods type of thing.
Sure. I'll sheath my my halberd.
Okay.
Keep the shield up just in case I have to smack something with it.
Yeah, you see the bugbears start like...
I'll keep my arm around him, keeping him up as well.
The bugbears kind of look like they're going to go for you, and Elpenor stands in front of them and barks at them. He yells something, spits more blood on the ground, points at the one bugbear that's like dead, and points at them. You're not sure what he's saying, but they're listening at least.
So let's get out of here, Caleb. I think we've proved our might for today. Just head back towards our own town. Or the Forgotten City? The Abandoned City?
Oh, you're going to turn around and go back. He's moved to the side, like you can keep going.
Oh, okay,
if you
we
want.
can go on. Sorry.
It's like
We'll
he's
move
just like
forward
not
then.
going to stop you anymore. Clearly he can see that it's going to definitely be one of you two that's going to be dead in the next couple minutes, probably. So he doesn't look like he's willing to take that chance.
I misunderstood. We'll move forward
problem.
towards the new town, Panko.
Panko. Sure. Panko Van. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Panko
you guys
Vale.
move
It's a nice
on,
breaded
and
village.
the sound of the bugbears and Elpenor kind of drift off behind you. You can see off in the forest there's a bunch of hide They almost look like wigwams, but very, very large. And you can see there's a large fire. This must be the camp where they were staying. But it's way off in the forest. I'm assuming you're not going to go over there and going to keep going. It's up to you, though.
If we go, we might have to face Tessarian, and I do not think we can handle that guy right now because he's going to try to extort us again. And we definitely don't have enough gold for him.
Right.
I'm not saying too much. I'm just kind of hanging off you.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we can set up camp in the woods or something and rest for the night.
I'd recommend that. Yeah, let's just move on from here and find a place to shut it down.
Okay. So you move on and continue. How far do you want to get from these guys before you start looking for a camp?
A couple of kilometers, maybe.
Yep. And on the path, off the path?
Let's go a little bit off the path, I think.
Yeah, a little bit off.
Okay. So you go off the path a little
far
ways.
enough that we won't be noticed from the path. If you light a fire far enough that we won't be noticed from the path.
Okay. That makes sense. All right, so you do that, and you make a very, very rudimentary camp. And you hopefully make it through the night. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our scheduled break now, which actually fell right at the right time by the looks of it. So that's 15 minutes, and then we're going to be back for the second half of our episode. So I'm going to switch to intermission, grab a drink, go to the bathroom, and we will be back shortly. All right, talk to you soon.
See you soon.
All right, we are back. We're just waiting for Caleb to return. I'm sure he's probably off making food somewhere, so we're just kind of waiting for that to finish. So what do you think, Hildegard? What's going on here?
That was really close.
Yeah.
It was far too close.
Yeah, it was pretty damn close. So.
Those were some lucky crits they got.
I know, right? I know that when we used to play on tabletop, Caleb used to get on my case about my lucky dice, but maybe I'm just lucky with dice. Maybe it isn't my lucky dice. They used to actually take my D20 and hide it. So they're like, no, you can't use this one today. You have to use this one. They would like take my dice and like put it away somewhere. They wouldn't like throw it away because I would have been pissed off, but they would definitely hide it. And then they had their other ones. Did you ever like, when you're playing games, did you ever like take your, oh, there he is. Did you ever take your dice and like try and charge them up? We're talking about when we used to charge up our dice, Caleb.
It matters.
It matters, totally matters, right? And you guys never used to hide my lucky D20s or anything, right? Or try to use them yourselves? No, never would do that. No.
I had that 120 where the 20 was sort of faded.
Yes!
But it was faded just right.
Oh, that was my dice. But you guys would always take it.
It was lethal. And
I
then I had a
know.
die 10 that was eventually lethal too.
That's true, yeah. So, yeah. It holds power. Dice hold power. I was just telling Hildegard how maybe I'm just lucky at rolling rather than lucky with those specific dice, because those are some crazy crits.
Yeah, those are some pretty scary crits on our side. Good for you. Not so good for us.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You guys never crit once, did you?
Nope.
You didn't really suffer any critical fumbles either, though, so that's good.
No. They did fail, what, 2, 3 times? 4 times? 2 bears failed, and then our nice friend over there failed twice, too.
Big crits, big fails, so...
Welcome to first edition.
Welcome
I actually
to first edition.
0 dice. I'll own a pair of dice one day. I just want one that looks... I want a set that looks really nice.
Yeah. Have you seen the ones that have the snow globe inside?
Oh,
They have
that
new
sounds
ones.
cool.
They have new ones with snow globes. I was looking at them on Twitter. Oh my god. Look them up after the stream. They are the most beautiful things ever. I have to get a set. They are just so gorgeous. Anyway. So, hopping back in, you managed to rest for the night. Unmolested. No attacks. So, that was good. Let me just switch this to Night Forest. There you go. So, it's late / really early in the morning. You feel mostly all rested. Caleb, since you are 4th level, you automatically get 4 hit points back. Okay. Hildegard, since you are 3rd, you get 3.
A nice 16. Oh wait, yeah.
And Caleb, since you, I assume, prayed as part of your rest.
Yes.
Did you want to switch any of your spells?
Yeah, I'll take, for my 1st level spells, I'll take all Cure Light Wounds.
Okay. All right, so all of your 1st level spells are now Cure Light Wounds. Anything else?
Well, when we get up, we're going to start curing.
Okay. So you start clearing your way through the trees. The night forest gives way to the day.
I meant Cure Light Wounds.
Oh, you cure. Oh, sorry.
Not clear.
Sorry, I told you I'm having troubles hearing you. So, go ahead and roll. Let me just switch this over. Hold on. Roll dice. There we go. And there. Okay. I will clear these. Feel free to roll at your leisure.
All right.
Who are you healing? Yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm disappointed with her. She didn't carry her weight.
I carried your weight all the walk back.
Full 8 and a 3. So 8 and 3. So 11.
So that'll put me 12 to 15.
I physically carried your weight all the way to this camp.
That's a 5 on that one.
So that puts me up to 20, and I'll stay there.
Okay.
And then I'll give her 2.
8. And an 8.
Nice.
16. Perfect rolls.
That brings you to 32 health.
There you go. Torm praises you.
No doubt. Did very well.
You might have a new convert.
I take back all those bad things I said.
I mean,
All
I've
right.
seen no power of anything else around here except for Torm. No one else has shown me the power of any other divine, so
That's right.
no. I didn't see much back in Ashperta, and that wasn't much. There was much religious talk where I'm from in Ashperta, but Torm's the only power I've seen out here, maybe apart from that dragon. But I have no interest in worshipping a dragon.
Do you want to praise Lux now?
Absolutely not.
I want to put Lux's head on my mantle.
Oh,
Now that
big
we know
words.
he's a dragon.
You can't even put a
Well,
bugbear's head on your mantle yet.
I say those words standing behind Hildegard.
Right, right. Okay, so now do you begin clearing, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you travel through the forest, and you find those forest trails again. You find cut down trees, you see old abandoned camps in the forest around here, and a lot of other similar signs that you're getting to a lived-in area. It looks like this recent area was recently forested, at least, right? Trees give way to plowed fields, eventually, and small frontier-style buildings. However, an acrid smell assails your nostrils, and you can see that some of these fields were burned. Wait, no, not quite burned. There's no burned smell at all. You can see a destroyed fences nearby, and within are the charred and strangely melted remains of several now unidentifiable animals. Beyond the fields, partially hidden by the forest, you can see what looks to be like a tall palisade walls made of sharpened tree trunks. What are you doing? You're pretty much standing at the edge of the forest, looking over these fields right now.
Can we poke one of the dead animals?
Sure. Is that what you would like to do?
See if it moves.
Sure. So you kind of walk over. Are you following, Caleb?
I'll kind of sit back and watch what's going on.
Alright, so you kind of lean against a tree and just watching as she walks through the field over to the fence?
Yeah.
Okay. Hildegard walks over, and when you get over by the fence, that smell is much, much stronger. You can see it, there's just like an area of it, just like hundreds of feet like wide and long, and it's all just like this weird, like burned, weird, like stinging smell in your nose.
Does the smell like our town when we first arrived?
No,
I guess we can call it our
that
town.
definitely smelled like burning, like things were burning. This is something else. And as you get over to where the animals are, you think that they may have been pigs at some point, and you poke at one with your halberd, and it just like falls apart. The bones
Ooh.
just kind of like melt into the flesh. You can see that as you poke it, like a little sizzle of smoke or something comes off of your blade, and you can see that while it didn't like burn your blade, but a little bit of the metal looks slightly melted from where you were dabbed into the pig.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna turn back to Cam and let him know this is some crazy shit.
Hey! You hear yelling, and you can see that there's looks like 3 men and like a really short woman, you think, running across the field from a nearby one of those frontier buildings. They're coming out, they're wielding pitchforks and hoes, and they look like they're gonna run you down as they're running. Like, get out of here!
I'm just gonna turn tail and run back to Caleb.
Okay, so ching, 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 you've run all the way back over to Caleb. What are you doing, Caleb? You can see these, like,
Did you see
I don't
that?
know, they look like farmers or peasants or something. They're running over. Like I said, there's 4 of them, maybe.
I'm gonna like put my hand out to her, like to stop her from running by, type of thing. And I'll say maybe they need our help.
They didn't look too friendly, but we can head back together if you'd like. I don't want to do this on my own. Had enough fights recently.
Alright, so what's going on, Caleb?
Let's head back.
Yeah,
Want to go towards them? Sure.
Yes, head back.
So you're heading into the trees?
No, heading in towards the people.
Oh, okay. So you go towards them, and one of the bigger guys with his sleeves rolled up, and he's like shaking his pitchfork threateningly as he's getting closer. When he gets close enough that you can actually hear the words that they're saying, they're yelling in common, and one of them's yelling like, "Go back the way you came! Get out of here!" It's like, "Leave or else!"
What happened here?
I'm gonna kind of like put my hand up, kind of, oh, my camera's off in the distance.
I thought you were doing it on purpose.
No. So I'll just kind of put my hand up, like, whoa, we just want to talk. We just like, my other hand's out, kind of in front of me. I'm not wielding any weapons, in my hands.
Okay.
And
so as you do that, and you're like, whoa, and they stop, and you can see that there's 3 like humans, 3 guys, and 1 female halfling. The halfling's got a large iron skillet in her hand, and the 3 guys have different farm equipment, as I was saying. And the big guy seems to be speaking for the group of them, and he's like, "What do you want?"
we're passing through. We are on our way to Penkavale, and we just seen this before us. We're not sure what's going on here. Is everybody okay?
He scoffs. He says, "What do you want with Penkavale?"
Well, we'd like to offer our aid if possible.
They look genuinely surprised. They're like looking at each other. He's
We
like,
are from a city down by the water, and we met some of Penkavale's citizens and saved them from a cave bear not long ago.
you see the halfling go, "Oh!" And she runs up and she like stands in front of them. They're like, they're the ones that helped against the bear. That's who you are, right? And she like turns.
That's right.
She's like, she kind of shoves at them. She's like, no, they're here to help. They really did. They helped them. They didn't even try and take any of their stuff.
My friend here just dispatched an encampment of bugbears that looked like they were waiting to lay siege to Penkavale, led by an orc. So,
anyways, the little halfling comes walking up. She's like basically like right at your like waist level, Hildegard, and holds up her hand. She's like, "Hello, miss. My name's Truffle. What's yours?"
My name's Hildegard, and I shake her hand.
Okay.
Just
Like, oh my.
a firm shake, but not gonna crush her hand. I don't want to break any fingers today.
And you probably could easily, I'm sure. She's like, I don't know, a baker or something. Not a warrior. And she's like, you both look as if you've been in a fight.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
Like I was just saying, there was a group of bugbears and an orc just outside your, just over however many kilometers back that way. And they were...
The bigger guy kind of walks up and offers Caleb his hand. He says, my name is Joseph. It's like, we're trying to rebuild here after the dragon attack. We could really use your help if you are who you say you are.
Well, we're happy to help in any way we can.
Well,
yeah.
Good.
We're also trying to rebuild a city ourselves. What we're actually hoping to do is forge an alliance and maybe a trade route.
He says, well, that's really not for me to say. That you'd have to speak to Jen about that.
Who's Jen?
It's like, well, Jen's the leader of our camp. He's you'll see.
Okay.
He's like, why don't you come with us?
Sounds good.
How long ago was this attack?
It's like, it was last night.
Well, we're glad you survived at least. Sorry to see about those pigs.
And so he says, he leads you back towards, through the fields, towards the palisade walls. So you can see that the part of one of the palisade walls is similarly burned. Parts are pulled down, and you can see that several strong men and women are patching the hole with freshly felled trees. The smell of fresh pine and pitch replaced the smell of that weird, poisonous, acrid smell that you were smelling before. As you're led through the gates are open for you, and inside you can see the strangest thing is there's newly made handmade carts, and mounted upon them are ballista that they look like they're still fashioning and putting together, and people are still loading with ballista bolts. As you both are looking around, and other of the townsfolk are coming over, you can see there's quite a few people here. Maybe, I don't know, good couple of dozen at least. Well, you've only met about 12 or so in your town. There's easily twice, maybe even 3 times as many people here. As you're looking around and kind of looking at the place, did I put a description here? Okay. Inside, it's clearly a frontier town. Well, there's obviously no smithy. It's clear that they've been very industrious. Several homes have been built, a communal longhouse, a central bonfire with a speaking podium, and upon the podium rests a large stone bowl. Otherwise, it's pretty small. You can see the entirety of the camp, and it's entirely walled in. So it's nowhere near as large as your town. Definitely not anywhere near. Probably as big, the whole thing, as maybe the market square of your town. Okay? Is there anything you want to do immediately before I move on?
I'll remark to Caleb. I don't think we can... There's more of them than there are of us in our town. I was thinking of suggesting they come to our place because the church is big.
Yeah.
But there's too many of them. I don't think they'd really want to move. They look like they're pretty well set up.
I was thinking the same thing as you. It doesn't hurt to offer.
Well, we can try.
Okay. As you two are talking, you see a tall and slender and frankly very beautiful looking person approaching. They look furious but unarmed, and while their appearance is certainly gender ambiguous, with long blonde hair and red silk robes, when they speak their voice is decidedly baritone, and very obviously an elf. And they say, "Who let these strangers in? You may have doomed us all." And immediately Truffle springs to your defense before you even get a chance to say anything. And Truffle says, No, Jen, they're the ones that help the others. And he kind of looks to her like, "These two?" And she's like, yeah, they're the ones that fought back the bear. Isn't that right? And she motions to you both to come forward.
I'm assuming I've put my weapons away, right?
Sure.
Or do I still have them out? If they weren't out, I'll put them away, I guess. I don't want to look like I'm coming in to fight this entire town.
Right.
I'll hold out my hand and say, "Nice to meet you. My name is Hildegard. Come in peace."
Okay, he takes your hand and definitely doesn't give you as strong of a shake as the orc did, but yeah, he's got a decent enough grip, I guess, for an elf. Okay, he shakes hands. Says, My name is Jen Stayer, and I'm the elected leader of this camp.
Ooh, elections.
Can I ask you what your business is here?
Callum?
All right. I'll step forward. Say, I'm Callum. I am a follower of Torm. I and my companion have been about the woods between here and the city we have arrived in. We've seen many great dangers, and we also encountered some of your citizens. Now, they mentioned, that you had fortifications, and we wanted to come and introduce ourselves and let you guys know you're not alone.
I appreciate you coming. As you can see, we could use all the help we can get right now. We've just suffered an attack, as I'm sure you can see.
Now, have you been making your payments to this Lux? Or to the Hand of Lux?
He nods. He says, "Well, we've been here some time, and there's a lot to explain. We did, yes. We made one payment, and then the payments went up, and we tried to resist. But there's a lot more to say than that. I'm in the middle of overseeing the building over here. We have no carpenters, and so it's a bit of an issue. However, if you wouldn't mind staying, I'm sure that we would be happy to show you some courtesy for the help that you've already given, and feed you. If you want to stay, we could have a bit of a feast tonight in your honor, if you wouldn't mind."
Well, very well. We could look to discuss more options tonight then. But for the day, I think I'm fit enough to assist. It just so happens to be by trade I am a carpenter.
Okay, you can see the men just look at each other like, "Oh, a carpenter." Like they've just been shown this magical thing.
And, at this point, I'll start taking off my helmet and start getting out of my armor.
Okay.
And
Jen says, "If that is true, then perhaps the gods truly have sent you here, because we've been doing our best, and but none of us are formally trained."
Only one god has sent me here.
It's Torm, as you say.
And I will kiss my medallion and continue to undress.
Ooh, okay.
Well, disarmor myself. And
shall I change the music here, or what?
yeah, Glass Princess isn't cutting it.
No?
I do feel like I am made of glass. So
Awesome, awesome. At
So
least the
that-
ass
Last
part,
the
right?
princess.
Ass princess.
So that being said, yeah, I'll spend the day trying to assist them with whatever they're doing.
Great.
We don't really need to roleplay carpentry. That's not exciting.
I don't think it's really necessary. I mean, you've got a group of people here who have been making palisades and houses and stuff, and they've kind of had to learn on the job, and it's very painfully obvious to you that they have been doing this.
Some of that wood doesn't look so well cut.
Right. And I mean, it's not like you're making one of those tongue-and-tooth joint boxes or anything too complicated or anything, right? You're helping them fashion a palisade and maybe reinforcing some things and giving them pointers. You could do this for days, absolutely. A lot of this is very problematic. You can see why the one wall went down, even though it's very clear that it was melted. If you're over there helping, what are you doing, Hildegard? Just so I can...
So I'm skilled in forestry.
Oh.
So whatever party has been going out to the forest to chop down trees,
Right.
I'll go with them, help them get some more wood. I've got my wood axe, and I'll also do what I can to try to teach them with my limited intelligence. Just show them how to, make clean cuts, get the right size wood, all that sort of stuff.
Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, between the two of you, you could really do a lot of good here, obviously. And you do. Between the two of you, you hear different stories during the day. You heard that they originally feared this dragon called Lux, of course, right? But apparently what happened was the gist of the story, it's all kind of hearsay, kind of like from other people that were working. Apparently the people who were watching the walls when the attack happened are all very badly wounded, and they're recovering in the healer's hut, apparently. You haven't seen them yet, but this is what you hear. And not only that, but you hear that the dragon spoke to them from the trees and told them to bring out all of the food that they were supposed to bring. They refused, and then this poisonous, acidic breath came from the forest and just devastated everything. The impact of it hit the wall, collapsed it. Apparently there were a couple of people who were out in the forest collecting berries and cutting down trees. It was really early in the morning, and they were found ripped to shreds out in the forest. And their pieces found like strung up in trees like decorations, apparently. This is what you're told. You don't see any of it, though. Did you want to say something? I'm sorry.
I just said yikes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so apparently this was a horrible thing that happened, and this was like a little bit longer than a day ago. Like, basically the day that you probably set off to travel here from your town, that's when this all happened, apparently. From what you can judge. But your efforts definitely do help, even if it's just this one day. And they've changed completely the way that they're building these walls, and they've started reinforcing and even starting to take apart some of the worst parts of the walls and just rip them down and start over, making them a little bit tougher. And from what you can tell, they really weren't able to defend this place very well before. A good size force would probably be able to knock some of these walls over just by, leaning a couple of people against them before. Now they're starting to build it much stronger. Okay.
Well, I'm prepared to say we'll stay here a few days anyways.
Mm-hmm.
heal up ourselves, enjoy their hospitality, and also I'll tend to their wounded.
Okay.
Depending on if they have an actual healer, then I'll ask if I can help. But if not, I don't want to take over or anything like that. It's
right.
No.
They have an apothecary, which I mean isn't a cleric by any means. There is no divine healing going on at all. It's just
if they're just rubbing mud on wounds, then I better get in there and show them some.
Basically, yeah.
Show them the greatness of Torm.
Right, the greatness of Torm. All right, but anyway, so the first evening comes, and they bring out all of the tiki torches, and they've got a big bonfire going, and they have one of the remaining pigs that did live cooking over the fire for you. They're having a large celebration. They have some homemade honey and berry mead that they've been brewing here in Penkavale. And it's actually some of the first alcohol you've had since you've come here because, well, nobody's been making it. And you haven't had access to it. And anything that you've brought probably would have been drank by now. So it's pretty nice to kick back a little bit and relax. And some of the people there are, asking you to dance by the fire, and apparently Jen is talking with some of the workers and some of the guards and setting up watches and stuff to watch over the camp while you guys are celebrating. He said that he'll be by in a little bit, but to enjoy yourself while you can. Nice. I just need to go to the bathroom real quick, so
sure.
I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves just for a couple minutes, and then I will be right back.
I was going to say that I'm probably a lightweight, but actually I have a 17 constitution, so I can probably drink most of these people under the table. I'm just enjoying myself.
Yeah, you could probably show a few people up.
I want to say tomorrow, during the day, since I've got my proficiency in halberds, I would say that would... I still have that javelin in my backpack, or I guess on my back. I haven't used it much yet, but I would maybe argue that since I know how to use halberds, I could potentially help them fashion some spears on the outside of their defenses. That way no one would try to make a charge on them.
I wonder with those catapults or those ballistas if they're planning on felling Lux.
Might be an early end to a BBEG, but well, maybe you might be able to convert some people as well.
Yeah.
Teach the apothecary about Torm. Find out if there's any followers of Torm here already. If not, you can start preaching the good word.
Yeah.
As far as Hildegard goes, I'd say she's really starting to believe in Torm.
Good.
She can think about it. I don't know how much she feels about it.
Torm is great.
Torm truly provides.
He sure does.
Maybe we could try to recruit that orc for ourselves later. If he is a sellsword,
Well,
we still do have a decent amount of money between the two of us.
Do we?
I have 650 gold just on me.
How do you have so much gold? I have nothing.
I don't know. It was just there. I think it might have been from pre-stream stuff.
Oh,
Maybe.
right. Okay.
I think I ended up taking that chest from the first, from the pre-stream.
Right. Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
I think so.
Okay. Is there anything you need to communicate to me, or should I continue?
Well, we have some plans for the next few days, but nothing for this night. We're just going to enjoy the festivities, I think.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So, as I said, you have some heated water to bathe in. You're invited to feast, dance, drink, and like I said, local honey and berries went into the drinks. Jen comes to sit by you. He's in his robes. I'm sorry, did you say something?
Oh, we have our crappy fish back at our village.
Yeah, you have some really nice stuff here. It actually looks like they have some domesticated pigs. I mean, you haven't seen any like domesticated animals since you've been here. That's definitely a first. All right.
So you're saying Jen came over? Sorry, so you said Jen came over and sat with us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Jen came over and sat with you, and he sits down and offers a toast to the champions who saved his friends. Cheers. Cheers. And he asks you where you came from. He says, I know that none of us lived here originally. Myself, most of my friends and I, my direct friends, came from Bryn Shaddar and Bremen. You're probably familiar, yes?
I've heard of them, but I've never visited in my time before
Where are you from?
coming here. Well, I'm from Eshperta. It's near the Snakewood in Amun.
I see, I see. Oh, what about you? Caleb, was it?
Yes. You know what? I'm drawing a blank. My head's full of concrete. Where am I from?
I don't remember off the top of my head. So.
Yeah, I'll tell him where I'm from. But what
You're
he's
from
talking
blah
about-
blah blah somewhere in
Yeah.
the Forgotten Realms world, right?
Right.
Look
But
it
where
up
he's
at
talk-
some point. It doesn't matter to me where you want to be from. I don't care. Just find somewhere in Forgotten Realms in your own time and just make that where you're from. Okay?
He's from somewhere I've heard of, though.
No, Bremen, unless you're from that area, you wouldn't have. When he says that he's... Holy shit. There's a train. Usually they don't sound their
Great
horn.
cameo.
I know.
Lux is back.
I know.
You have
He
the train
says
mod on.
he says that he's from Bryn Shaddar and Bremen, which is part of the 10 Towns. 10 Towns does ring a bell, and then he says it's part of the Northern Lands, the Icewind Dale. That's where they're from.
Okay.
Icewind Dale does definitely ring a bell. If you're anywhere near Icewind Dale, then 10 Towns probably rings a bell, and then if you're near the 10 Towns, then Bryn Shaddar and Bremen, right? But chances are, if you're from the southern part of the Forgotten Realms world or whatever, from way down there, you wouldn't have, right? Only like northern Faerun inhabitants would have ever heard of it.
I believe is more southern because they've got more moderate weather, temperate climate. Would I have heard of the 10 Towns
may
from
have
any of the
heard-
traveling soldiers?
Yeah, you may have heard 10 Towns mentioned and know that it's somewhere up north. That's all you really know.
I just know about it. I don't know anything about it.
He nods. He says, oh, that's a shame. I was kind of hoping that I would have found some more kinsmen here. Anyhow, we were, my friends and I, we were camped, cornered in an ogre's lair when the mist fell into the cave. At first we thought we were teleported by a powerful ogre magi, but soon found that there were others here as well who arrived in similar circumstances. But that was 3 months ago. How did you two find your way here?
Well, I was in the forest, just cutting down some trees, helping prepare wood for the blacksmiths and other, military men in my town from Eshperta. And I don't know what happened. All I remember is just my memory blanked, and I'm on a boat with a few other people. I can't remember some of their names, but it was a while ago, and washed us up on shore, found a nice little abandoned city. Everything was burned. We think that same dragon might have been there, had been there recently, and we set up camp in a church that seemed to protect us from him. About it for me, really.
And you, Caleb?
I was just getting stuff ready in church for prayers, and I just happened to be moving some of my gear to the side, and I walked out into the chapel, and I did indeed walk into a chapel, but it wasn't the chapel I was familiar with. It was completely surreal, and here I am.
Strange.
There was no mist.
Continues that my companions and I were the only group that I've ever heard of that came here together. Usually everyone comes by themselves, stripped from their families, from their friends, from their adventuring companions.
Yeah.
Always by themselves, it seems. It's so strange.
Well, that was me. It was, and I just came into the big city that we are in. So
we did meet a group of nobles. They all came together, but they didn't make it. Well, 2 of them did. I do remember some of my companions. There was a half-elf. Maybe you 2 might get along if we see her again. I haven't seen her in a while. Maybe she's just been somewhere in town. I've been staying in the church. It seems to be the safest place. And I think that's where I met Calum. One of our other party, Wally, he passed away, unfortunately. And he had another, I think it was a dwarf. Never seen either of these people before. All I ever knew back in my hometown were humans and halflings. So it's good to meet another halfling out here.
Excellent. Well, so as I said, it was several months ago that I came. How long ago was this that you 2 arrived?
How long ago was it?
Well, I've been here a couple of weeks. Then you were here before me, so...
Say 1 to 2 weeks, maybe. So not as long as you, I don't think. I've been having a hard time keeping track of time, though. I flip open through my diary.
Yeah.
Try to call out some dates.
Not to blow off the idle chit-chat, it's been refreshing, but the whole thought of a dragon sending fully armored squads to collect gold from everybody and randomly flying over encampments and blasting it with scorching hot fire has me very concerned. And I mean, I kind of get hung up on these things. So you were paying the tax that this dragon is demanding, and he still chose to fly over or blast you from the woods, or maybe he felt as though he was, well, I guess you were defending yourself and he chose to do what he did. But he was asking you for more than what he was demanding originally?
Well, let's be clear here. The dragon didn't demand anything. It was a man named Tessarian Carlin.
Who says he's working for Lux.
That's true, yes.
Yeah. From what I heard, he was the hand of Lux, and he's demanding $1,000, 1,000 gold per head.
I see. And have you been paying?
He
haven't actually run into him yet.
I've never met him. I've only heard from my companions.
I see. Well, we were just a fledgling town at the time when he came. We had just finished the palisade. We haven't even put on the gate, and he and his fully armored knights came in the middle of the night. We had no idea what to make of him. We weren't built for war, then we still aren't. Most of the people here just even aren't trained for it. He demanded a cart full of food every week, and more in the future came when we grew. And in return we would be protected by the dragon, by Lux. Of course we didn't... Sorry, go ahead.
I said who just came and spat poisonous acid on your crops and...
Well, let's be clear. That wasn't Lux. Lux is a giant red dragon. We've seen him fly overhead. I'm sure you have too.
Then what was the dragon in the woods?
We believe it was a green dragon. But let me get to that part. I think you need to hear a little bit more.
Sorry, I interrupted.
So, we were supposed to be protected by this dragon. We did pay a cart's worth of food. We knew that we couldn't defend against a dragon of that size. But we started to have doubts whether that Tessarian had any sort of allegiance with this dragon or not. So, once we had our palisade finished and we could fortify, we decided to stop paying this tax. And, even untrained, we felt we could defend the walls from a handful of mounted knights, certainly. Anyway, Carlin reappeared the day before the deadline and told us that doom would befall us if from the trees if we failed. The next morning, the watch said that something in the trees asked for the supplies. Thinking it was Carlin, the walls were manned, and admittedly, some of them started taunting the voice in the trees. I was half asleep when all of this started, and by the time I had armed myself, I started hearing screams. A noxious cloud of acid came from the trees, melted and burned everything that it touched, withered and burned, and it died. We lost two, not to the acid. We found them torn apart in the forest. They must have been gathering firewood. We didn't even have time to hear them scream. Several were badly burned and are recovering in our healer's hut. We believe it to be a dragon, but no one actually saw it. To verify that, some say that they saw something large in the trees rushing off to the west towards the mountains. What would you make of it? It sounds like a dragon, and many believe that it was.
Well, who is Karin? You just mentioned the Karin.
I think that's his last name. Tessarian's last name.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
Carlin.
okay.
Yeah.
Tessarian Carlin. Gotcha. Oh, that's right. There it is. Okay, so at the end of the day, Jen, the Red Dragon, or Tessarian, is saying, pay us for protection, but they're not protecting you because whatever that was is coming along, and...
Well, we had refused to pay.
But I think if...
It's a shakedown, obviously.
Yeah. Well...
I'm silently just thinking to myself, processing all this information.
Yeah.
So after this happened, we had a disagreement in the camp on how to proceed. Several thought that they wanted to deal with the situation immediately. My companions, who are fairly accomplished adventurers themselves, decided that they wanted to kill this dragon. And so they headed off to the west to try and find it. I had to stay with the community. It was my responsibility. I wanted them to stay as well so we could figure out a better plan. I'm sure you've seen the ballista, and that's part of my plan.
Yeah.
Those things look pretty cool. Pretty strong.
Computer.
Of course we have to get the dragon out in the open for that part of that, and I think that we possibly can if we can talk some sense into those adventurers that left.
I mean, we can keep clearing out the forest around Panka Vale to, get more of a clear shot on the dragon.
That's a possibility.
We might be trying to take it on a little too soon.
Now, Jen, the Hildegard and I were talking, and by no means do we want to separate you and your community from your independence. But do you think it might not be safe if we're all together in numbers? We already have a fortified city, we just don't have the citizens.
I was told that it wasn't fortified.
It's got walls. It has towers, it just doesn't have anybody to man it. We even have blacksmith. We have anything we need to have a working city. We just don't have the people.
Just needs a little bit of patching up some places. I think some of our original party that arrived on boat with me has been trying to fix things up, but I haven't been paying too close attention to them. I've just been busy with Caleb here.
So,
of course,
so I
this
think our town would be...
This
Sorry,
isn't
go
my
ahead.
decision to make, of course. I'll have to ask, but it's possible.
well, you know what? Put it before your citizens or your electors or however you run things here. But please, by all means, at least send a message to us and let us know. You know, I have a feeling we're all going to share the same
Fate.
concerns and fate if we don't address this properly. And I think a strength in numbers might be a better way to go about things. Pool all the resources into one area instead of multiple. But that, again, I'm not a scholar in that sense. You'd have to talk to somebody wiser or your council. I'm just thinking it's easier to watch over everybody. We're all together.
Well, I see.
Are those ballista movable, or are they fixed in one spot?
Well, as you've seen over there, they're all affixed on carts.
Okay.
Here's my plan. We were thinking of heading out to the west and finding the adventurers that had already went out and talking them into slowing their pace a little. Maybe try drawing the green dragon, what we believe to be the green dragon, out into the open, and if we can get it out in the open, then we can draw it into a trap. If we can kill a dragon, then maybe they'll back off.
And I don't know a lot about dragons, but from what I've heard of the red one that flew over the city just before I arrived, they're terrifyingly huge and mean creatures.
Perhaps. Large red ones definitely are, but I've heard tales that the green ones are much smaller. Certainly mean, thoroughly evil, and selfish. But like anything, they can be killed.
What do you say, Hildegard?
I can drink to that. But either way, I would still like us to pool our forces together. If we move the ballista to our town, we've got great places for them. We've got towers. You can set up. I'm sure somebody might know how to make some bows. Could send loose a hailstorm of bows of arrows at this dragon from our fortifications. And I know that at least for Lux, he's not tried to enter the church where we've been spending most of our time. And what's his name? Tessarian as well seemed reluctant to enter. So if you are concerned for your safety, the church is a pretty safe place. We don't require that you, of course, you don't have to follow Torm. I don't think there's anything special about the church in that way. But it is a safe space. And it's probably safer than out here in the open. Could be being scouted on by enemy parties right now.
Well, I agree with your words, Hildegard. I think that Jen's concern is his party that's traveling alone out there right now. Maybe we should do something. Bring them back. If they're that experienced, we want to keep them close. We don't want to lose them because they divvied up.
Right. There's definitely strength in numbers.
Jen, do you have a decent tracker?
Unfortunately, we don't, no. They're a fairly large party. There's 4 of them. Certainly wouldn't be very difficult to find.
Do you know roughly which direction they were going?
Oh, certainly, to the west. He points
they'll
and he
leave.
says, "Do you see that mountain range?" And he points off, and you can see that there's some mountains with one large peak in particular that he's pointing towards.
All right.
So anyway, he is there any other questions or anything you wanted to ask him?
No, that's it for me.
Yep.
Do you know how long it would take your town to come to a decision?
Well, we would have to make sure that we had all of our members here, right? And some of the party that's gone are some of the leaders of this town. They were some of the founders, of course.
Caleb and I, we could try to set out, catch up to them, convince them to come back, and then everyone can work on voting, I guess, to maybe work together with our town. I'm sure they'll see the value in our already pre-built fortifications. You don't have to deal with making your own palisades.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Hildegard, I think we've got our point across. And I think that Jen understands.
Okay.
Let's enjoy their festivities for the evening. I'm exhausted. I need some rest. And let's set out first thing in the morning for that party.
Excellent. Well, you enjoy the rest of the evening. And yeah. So, are you saying that you're going to head out?
Let's head out tomorrow morning, I think.
Yeah?
We got a good night's rest.
We'll see if they can give us some torches, some, rations, whatever they can spare.
Mm-hmm.
And,
So in the morning, they stock you up with a few days, well, probably about a week's worth of rations each. They actually give you salted bear flesh, which you find that is actually made from the bear that you killed. They'd actually harvested it, they preserved it. Apparently Truffle is a very good cook, so she did a lot of this preserving with the bear.
Fantastic.
They refill your canteens, and yeah, they get you ready to go. Of course, Caleb, you get 4 hit points back. Actually, you know what? We'll say you get 6 hit points back because it was a really comfortable rest, and you were bathed and rested and
Perfect.
taking care of yourself. What's that?
I'm fully healed then.
Nice. And Hildegard, you get 5.
Okay, I'm fully healed as well.
Very nice.
And I'll go back to my original selection of spells
Okay. Back to your original. Nice.
that I had sent you. Yep.
Good. All right, so you're heading off towards the mountains on the next day, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
It's dawn. Let's head out. It was a good
All right.
rest.
So the next day you head off towards the mountains. After traveling for some time, you begin to realize that you're being followed, you think. Just outside of the line of sight, things are moving.
You think it's... Do you see that, Callum? I thought I saw something move behind us.
Yeah, looking to the trees, you can tell that whatever is out there, there's definitely a few of them, but they're also trying to remain hidden. And they are succeeding in the fact that you are not seeing them, but there's definitely things moving out there, trying to stay hidden, but following you.
Well, let's not go searching for these things, and let's give them no reason to come after us. Just keep following the path.
Okay.
But we'll keep an open eye, obviously. We won't be oblivious.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so as you're traveling, a arrow whizzes by you and thunks into a tree, just ahead of you.
And how far away are we from the encampment?
Oh, you're probably been walking for about 4 hours or so.
Okay. All right, pause. Kind of hold the shield up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's turn around.
Okay.
Face where the arrow came from.
Yep, see your face. And you hear in broken common, you hear, Metal 1, leave! Leave weak 1 and go!
That's not gonna happen. Come out and we can talk.
Okay. Out of the trees starts walking a creature. It's about 4 feet high and looks like
Oh, just a little shrimp.
this.
Gotta give it a second to let the stream update on my side.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see anything yet.
Alright, hold on.
I'll do a little dance while I wait.
Okay.
Oh, nasty.
Alright. So steps out of the trees and it says, Metal 1. Leave weak 1 and go. You hear other rustling in the trees from behind you and around that same one.
I'll just respond with, why?
He's like, for dinner.
That's not gonna happen.
So, what do you do anything
Good
or are you
deal.
just waiting?
I saw you switch headphones there. You good?
You able to hear me?
Yep,
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you all.
great.
Okay, so, yeah, I'm just kind of going to be raising an eyebrow. Hold on 1 second. I'm actually just looking something up
Sure.
here. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so, and how many do we see?
Pardon me?
How many of them do we see?
Well, you only see the one, but there's definitely some that are just outside of your vision in the forest. And all around you, you can tell that there's definitely quite a few of them, but it's impossible to tell just how many.
Well, I'm not leaving you here, Caleb. They want me to leave you for dinner. I
I
don't think that's gonna
appreciate it.
happen.
I appreciate it. Now, I'm wearing a helmet. I guess it'd be kind of hard to determine exactly what I look like in the helmet.
Right?
I'm kind of asking.
Oh yeah, it'd be impossible. I mean, you just look like some armored guy, yeah.
Because I'm skinny, yeah, but I'm not small. I'm like 6'4", I think.
Are you self-conscious about them calling you weak one?
Well, no, I'm trying to make a point.
They didn't
Hear
even
me
point
out.
at you. Maybe they're talking about her. Maybe they're misogynists. You don't know.
Okay, now you're trying to put me in a bad place. So, anyways, I will. I'll
You're
step.
only 2 inches shorter than me.
I'll step forward, and in orc, I will say,
You say in orc?
in orcish
Ooh,
to
nice.
them.
Okay.
I will say, "Careful who you're talking to. I'd scatter before you feel my frenzy."
All right. And you just see him kind of look confused for a second. He turns around and he's like, he says something. What other languages do you know?
Hold on a second.
Do you know any goblinoid languages?
Gnomish.
Gnomish? No. You don't understand it. He says something in gobbledygook that you don't understand.
Oh, I tried.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, you hear like a sudden rustling in the trees from around him, like they like dart away and rushing, and you can hear other ones talking. And you start hearing it like all spreading around you, like telephone style, like they're spreading a word about something.
I'm gonna whisper to Caleb. Let's both, on the count of 3, let's both yell back off at the same time. How do you feel?
Just hold on a second. Let's see what's going on, what they're doing.
Definitely scare these guys into just running away.
Okay.
If you, yeah, okay.
Okay. Anyway, he says, "Bigger dinner for us then." And then he's like, "Going ah!" And as he yells like this, the trees erupt. And this guy starts running forward towards you. And all around you, you see the trees explode. And more of these guys are running out. And a lot more than you thought. There's not 6 of them. There's not 10. There's probably maybe 3 times that many. Like getting close to like 30 of them maybe, and they rush you, and the sound is deafening as they're all like yelling and they're running in to close in. It looks like this is going to be the fight of your life.
Can I ask before we start combat, do they have 1 hit die or less than 1 hit die?
They're goblins.
I don't know anything about the monster manual.
Well,
I feel like
maybe
reading the
you've
monster
never-
manual would be unfair.
Your characters probably haven't encountered goblins. I'm sure that you've heard about goblins. You've heard that they are a menace. They are certainly mean-spirited, aggressive, petty, but cowardly. You probably have heard that they're also not that strong or that healthy.
I ask because there's for attacks per round, if they have less than, I think it's 1 or less hit die, then you get as many attacks per round as is your level.
No shit, really?
Yeah. I can try and find the page that it's on.
Just swathing through them.
Well, that might not be a bad idea. Try and find that, because that sounds like a
Okay.
really good thing to have at this
Nice
point.
for it to accelerate this.
I think it's under the player's handbook. I don't think it's under the dungeon master's handbook. Of course, the computer that I have player's handbook on, responding at the rate of absolutely nothing right now.
Is it under fighter?
No, I think it's under initiative or rounds per combat. It's where the where like attacks per round is, I think.
Okay.
I'll see if I can search.
Okay. I'm looking too. Combat.
round better.
I don't typically like waiting. No, melee combat probably, right?
Here we go.
melee.
I found it. Page 25 of the player's handbook.
Oh, page 25. Wow.
And it's the note underneath. It's like the attacks per melee round, and then it's the note underneath on the left side of the page. Quote, this excludes melee combat with monsters of less than 1 hit die and non-exceptional 0-level humans, semi-human, i.e. all creatures with less than 1 8-sided hit die. All these creatures entitle a fighter to attack once for each of his or her experience levels.
Wow.
So I don't believe that applies to clerics because it specifically mentions fighter.
Fighters. Yeah. This includes melee combat with monsters of less than 1 hit die and non-exceptional humans and semi-humans. All creatures with less than 1 8-sided hit die. All of these creatures entitle a fighter to attack once for each of his or her experience levels. And in this situation, it does apply.
Woohoo! I don't know if you want to arbitrate that applies to Calum as well.
Oh,
It's
it
not
doesn't. It's fighters. It's specifically
Okay.
fighters. So,
I'm going to make big swings. Just
Yeah.
big cleaving swings.
all right, let me just establish the roller here. Rolling dice. Boop. Okay. All right. So, I think we need a initiative. So, I'm going to break this up into 3 different initiatives for the goblins, because I am definitely not going to roll an initiative for every single one of them. So Calum and Hildegard.
I will roll initiative, and I have to go to the washroom very quickly.
Okay, why don't you roll initiative and then go, and then
Sure.
we'll move on to Calum.
Cool. Hey,
4,
it's a
so
2.
that makes it a 2, did you say?
Yep.
Very nice. Okay, Calum, you're up. Seven. And they roll a 4, a 0, and a 9.
Daddy.
So
Daddy.
one of the groups goes before Calum, but Hildegard once more is going first. So we'll wait till she comes back and then we'll go for it. And while she's gone, I will change the music to combat. And bring up the sound a little bit. Nice. All right. Ready for some combat once Hildegard gets back. There she is. All right, Hildegard, you are up first, my friend.
I'm not sure how you want to do the attacks. I think it's like the first attack at the beginning of the round, and then I make my other attacks at the end. I think
That
it's
is...
however you want to do it.
Well, here's the thing. I've got 3 groups of them. Why
Okay.
don't we do one attack first,
Sure.
and then we will... then after each of the groups attack, I'll let you go again, because you're going first.
Right.
So, okay, sound good?
So I'll make the one hit on the one whichever group is near me, and then I can make my second and third hit, I guess, after
Yep.
the groups go. Sure, sounds good.
Okay, Hildegard, you're up first.
Right.
Their AC is 6.
Okay, so only a 10 for me to hit.
All right,
Swing and a miss.
swing and a miss. Okay. So that would be group 1. So,
Is there any sign of a leader amongst all of these, or is they just kind of
maybe the
all
one
look
that
the
was
same?
yelling? Who knows, right?
Can we even see this guy amongst all the 30?
It's very difficult to tell them apart. I mean, he doesn't have a crown or anything like that on, right? So,
It's kind of racist.
oh,
my god. Oh my god.
oh my God, how dare you?
Oh my Torm.
But kind of though, at the same time. Anyway, so they get a chance to attack. First of all, let's see. Monster attack matrix. What's your AC, Calum?
4.
4? Is that what you said?
That shield up. You've learned your shield lesson.
Yes.
Okay. So they need a 17 or higher to hit you,
Oh,
Nice.
that means they need 20s to hit Hildegard.
and they need 20s to hit Hildegard. So here's the first group on.
Oof.
That was die 10s. I rolled the wrong ones.
Oops.
I can't see anything, so.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so 17s, right?
Oh no.
You got a natural 20. That was one of them.
I just got turned into Swiss cheese.
They rolled a 10, so double damage. Okay, and 4 points of damage as you're fighting off this horde.
One of them
And,
lands a little poke on you.
5 of them on you, Hildegard. Missed.
Good luck.
Good luck. Okay,
You know what? I'm not gonna jinx it.
Hildegard, it's your second attack.
Alright. I'm gonna make him swing at what I
One.
think is the leader, I guess.
Okay,
Whoever looks the most menacing.
make a wisdom. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no, she got a
No,
1.
I know nothing. I know nothing.
That was your wisdom?
I guess so.
Wow.
You said make a wisdom roll.
I
and
did, and you're
definitely
really
know
lucky that I said that, because if I didn't, that would have been your combat roll, and that would have been way, way worse.
I know nothing. They all look the same.
Yes.
I'm becoming more racist.
So Hildegard is completely speciesist, I guess, racist.
Speciesist.
And
I've only ever met humans and halflings in my life.
all of the
half-elf-
goblins look the same to you. There's no way you're going to be able to figure it out. Okay, so roll.
Doesn't she have to roll under her willpower?
Oh shit, she does.
Oh?
That's like the best roll she
Oh,
can
right.
get.
That's right. Damn it. Okay.
I have my one moment of
I
my
take
moments
that
are few
back.
and far between.
You see the leader. He's like
I'm gonna-
smugly trying to blend in with all the other ones, thinking you're racist.
I've only ever met humans and like a few halflings in most of my life because that's all that ever lived in Ashturta.
Yeah.
And then I've met one half elf, one dwarf, and one elf.
Well, he's the one that looks smug.
I notice his smug expression and I lash
you're
out
like,
at him.
I would know that smug face anywhere.
And I just yell, "You!"
Oh, rolled a 19.
I'm gonna say these are definitely small creatures. So
Oh yes.
okay, so 8 points of damage.
Yeah. He.
I yell, "You!" and I slash at him really hard.
Okay, well, you cut him open all the way down his middle. He's down. He's bleeding to death. All right. So that's that. Caleb, your turn.
Do I get my third attack?
Oh, you will after the second
Okay.
group goes.
Oh right, Kalen hasn't gone yet. Sorry,
Caleb,
I'm understanding AC slowly.
take a swing at one of them.
Sure. AC 6. What do you need? Well, you got a 3, so you probably didn't get it. But
Yeah, no.
what do you
Do you have
normally
that
need?
spiritual hammer?
I would need a 12 and I didn't get it, so.
Okay, 12. All right, so next group. Really only one of them can get through, and it's gonna roll at Calum and gets a 9, so it misses. So you're pretty much being swarmed by them. Actually, you know what? 5 more could, so they're small. And one got a natural
Oh.
20.
2 of them not failed, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, even if they fumble, then there's more. They're just
tripping
gonna
over
run
well.
over top of them and come at you. So
They trample each other.
yeah. Oh, got a really good roll though. Calum, you suffer 12 damage.
Oh.
They're like stabbing at you under your armor and trying to rip your helmet off and crawling over your back. They're all over the place.
They're like termites.
And the ones on Hildegard. Nope.
I call out to Calum and I say, "Bring out the spiritual hammer."
Hildegard, your third attack.
I'm just gonna make a wild swing at anybody.
Yeah.
The closest one. I'll
Sure.
swing at the one that actually. Am I close enough to Calum to hit the one that hit him or no?
Probably, but you wouldn't even know which one hit him.
Okay.
There's just so many. Like, there's literally right now, there's 20 of them on you.
All right.
Like,
I'll just make a wild
all
swing at
over the
anybody.
place. It's just like screams and blades, and you're basically just trying to stay on your feet right now.
Just make a big slap.
Okay,
You said AC 6, right?
6. That's right.
Yeah. So that does hit.
Okay.
So
Oh, shit.
15 damage.
Oh, wow.
Going
that
for the
one's-
head.
That one's a smear. Yeah, definitely a smear. Okay. And that's the last group, but there's too many on you right now, so they can't actually get in to attack yet. But there's more at the behind them all, poking their spears in the air and yelling and screaming and waiting to get in for their chance to take a poke at you. Hildegard, second round.
It's gonna make another big old swing, and
Okay.
I'll just yell at the top of my lungs.
Okay. 12.
Just cut another one down, I guess.
All right, roll your damage.
12 damage.
Oh yes, definitely down. 3 of them are on the ground, bleeding to death at this point. All right, that would be this. So 5 of them on Calum. Missed all of them. 5 of them on Hildegard. Ooh, one got a 19, but they missed. All of them. That would make it Caleb's turn. What you doing, Caleb?
Bring out the hammer.
Actually, you know what? First of all, Hildegard, get your second eye. You know what?
Okay.
No. Caleb first, then Hildegard. What you doing, Caleb?
Caleb? Oh, can't hear you.
No?
Can you hear us?
I can't. Sorry, that was an important call.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
It's your go first, and then it's going to be Hildegard for second attack.
I am going to cast magic because I'm really wounded.
All right. What do you want to do?
Cure light wounds.
Oh,
you rolled a 1.
Rolled a 1.
What a waste.
Okay, so you get healed up a tiny bit. But you were distracted anyway, right?
Yeah, that's right. My god's too busy watching the Warrior Princess.
Right. Speaking of which,
Just
your second
beautifully.
attack, please.
I'm just gonna start dancing and Oh no! I'm gonna start dancing and slashing at them, and
That's
I
what you
trip.
get for showing off. All right, roll a die 6. Hopefully you don't get a 1 though.
Right, don't hit me.
No, 6.
Okay.
All right, you lose your last attack of this round as well. Okay. But
Sure.
you don't lose your next one since a 6 is pretty much the best you can roll.
That's good.
All right.
Getting those crit fails
So
out of the way
5
now.
more.
1.
These are on Caleb. Missed.
Good. Finally.
Nice.
And Hildegard as well. Okay.
I
Round
call it to
3.
Caleb.
Hildegard, your
On the
turn.
beginning of my turn, I called to Caleb, bring out the hammer! Second hammer!
It's your turn. What do you
I'm
want to
gonna
make?
Caleb's turn? Alright.
No, it's my turn. On your turn, bring out the hammer, but I'll make another big old swing
Sure. Oh, 17.
and
That'll
slash
do it.
another one down
Yep.
for 11 damage.
Dead. Definitely dead. They scream as their friend's blood is splattered across them. They look just like they almost want you to do it. All right.
Taunting you.
5 of them attack. 2 of them hit Caleb
Oh, come on.
for 9 damage in total.
Well, I'm down to 1 hit point. It's a good thing I did get an extra one.
I guess so. One of them hit Hildegard. So the thing is, since they need a 20 to hit you, they get a chance to get a natural 20. So
Okay.
14.
Just a regular hit.
Let me just check for the crit
is it?
screen. Nope, they would have had to have gotten a 17 or higher. So no,
Okay.
it's just a normal hit. You suffer 5 points of damage.
I have updated my sheet.
Okay. So this is your second attack.
All right. I'm gonna slice back at the one that hit me.
All right.
Ooh, just hits with
Okay.
a 10 for 12 points of damage.
Very nice. That is 5 of them now. All right.
Can I yell at them? I don't even know if they'd understand me, but I'll yell, just back off.
Okay. So you yell that. Caleb, what are you doing?
I will, I gotta cast Cure Light Wounds again.
Okay.
I'm just trying to stay on my feet. I don't even get a chance to attack here.
6. You get 6
Yeah.
back.
I'm up to 7.
Weren't you at full before?
I was, but then that one guy, I got hit for a fair amount. Then I got a critical on me for 12. I don't have a bunch of hit points like you. I'm a
All right.
squishy cleric.
they're ripping and tearing and stabbing, and one hits you, Calum, for 4 points of damage.
Back down to 3.
Mrs. Hildegard, that is your
My third
attack. Yeah.
My third one? Okay.
Yep.
I'll try and just make another wild swing.
Okay.
Oh, I finally miss.
Wow. Okay. And that would be... Yeah, there's still... For the third...
How many are
group.
left?
Okay. So they all miss. Fourth round of combat. Hildegard, it's your turn.
Not sure what else I can really do except just keep swinging.
Yep.
Just keep swinging.
Just keep
Wait
swinging.
a second. If you're... Oh no, it does... If they roll a 20, their crit chance, is that their chance to crit when you re-roll that second time, was that based on my AC of -3, or is that just based on their own thing?
Just based on their own thing.
Okay. What if I... Oh no, that would be too much, I think. What if I try to two-hand, one hand javelin, one hand halberd?
Oh, like paired
Or
weapons?
I can just
you mean?
two-hand them. You know, I can just two-hand that. I'll put the shield down since they're not going to hit me anyway at an AC of 0 instead.
Right.
Or AC of -1, I think. Because does the shield provide 2 or 1? Or 2 or 3? Provides 3? All right.
Yes.
With an AC of 0, they still need a 20 to hit me, right?
I think so. Let me just check.
Because it's a 17 for Calum.
It's
At
20
an
as
AC
well.
of 4.
Yeah, it's still
Okay.
20.
So if I two-hand my javelin, or it's not javelin, if I two-hand the halberd,
Yeah.
like just do a big ol' sweep,
Uh-huh.
try and knock them on their feet,
Sure.
and would I hurt them as well doing that, or is it just going to be like a hit?
Well, it would be more of like a knockback type of thing. But if you want to do that, I'll let you do d6 of them if you hit, but it's +2 to hit normally. So it would be like hitting an AC of 4.
I'll just go for a regular hit, I guess, but I'll two-hand it and just start laying into them.
Okay.
So I'll drop the shield on the floor, two-hand the halberd, and just make a big swing
All right.
for 8. I miss again.
It was a grand gesture anyway. Oh, Mrs. Calum.
Good.
And hits you
Oof.
for 6 points of damage. Damn.
Ouch.
One of them like claws like right into your helmet, stabbing at your cheek. They're right in there. All right. That would be Calum's turn. What are you doing, Calum?
I will take a swing.
Okay. Oh, 6.
Oh my god.
Do you have any second or third level like heal spells?
No,
Was that it?
that's it.
Oh man.
Second attack,
This is-
right, Hildegard.
A better swing. For 8.
Okay.
8 damage.
All right. It dies.
Yeah.
I'm just looking up something here.
Can I take a moment to shout at them to back off again?
Yeah, of course.
I'm too caught up in the battle to say anything else. I'm not the most elegant.
Oh, here we go. All right.
That's the first time I've ever seen a D12.
Oh shit! It was 2d6. Sorry. I rolled the same thing. That's funny. Okay.
Caleb, she rolled a 7 on a 1d12 and then a 4 and a 3 on a 2d6.
Okay.
I'm level 16.
So a total. One of them cries out something, and you see them all looking at their dead leader. And then. Okay.
How many have we felled so far?
You felled
We?
5 of
You.
them.
Okay.
I haven't even hit one. I have
How
been
many have I
selfishly.
felled so far?
I have been selfishly healing myself.
I say we because we're a party.
A
I'm not
total
the
of
only one
11
doing
of them
anything.
run.
Okay, good.
That still leaves about 12, couple dozen, or about a dozen, I should say. Sorry. Okay.
We got this.
Uh,
I guess.
Just misses Kalen.
You are so lucky. You should pick up both shields.
There's another 20
On who?
on
On
Hildegard.
me.
Oh, okay.
3 damage.
Of course, I get the 12. She gets the 3.
What's your health at, both of you?
I'm at
curious.
22.
Oh, geez.
I'm at 3.
3. Oh my god. Yeah, that wouldn't have been so great for you.
No.
That would make it your... Did you already do your 3rd attack? I can't remember.
I don't believe so, no.
Do your 3rd attack.
All right. Just gonna make another big two-handed swing.
Sure.
12. It hits
All right.
for a total of 15 damage.
Holy shit. You, like, cut the thing in half. Like, it was horrifically mangled. Like, basically, like, straight through the top of the skull, your axe hits the ground, basically.
Can I yell and point towards it and say, dinner?
Dinner! Nice. It would be a lot more effective if you could speak in Goblin, that's for sure. Alright, that would be next round, actually. So that's
All right.
5th round of combat. Your turn.
I'm gonna just make another big swing after him.
Sure.
Oh, does
Aw.
not.
No.
They're thinning out. I make a miss.
Yeah.
There's not enough for me to hit them easily anymore.
So that would be... Ooh. The whole group that was just about to attack runs. Leaving 6 of them that are pretty much looking really worried, but not quite ready to leave yet. Calum, your turn. There's quite a few of them running off into the trees at this point.
Well, I'll just focus on protecting or fighting the ones that are on me.
Okay.
You can pick up my shield.
Ooh, 18.
Oh, nice. Really.
Good roll.
I actually hit.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
18.
And it's a small creature, right?
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so that is a footman's. That is 2d7. So what's that, a dice 6?
A die 6 plus 1.
And then I get another +1, so dice 6 plus 2.
Okay.
2d7? That's such a weird...
2 to 7, yeah.
Oh, 2 to 7.
Yeah. D6 plus 1. So you rolled a 2?
So +2 is 4.
4. Okay. It drops. It's still breathing, though.
Yeah. Go, Caleb.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Second round, Hildegard.
Tor blesses you, Caleb.
Second attack, Hildegard.
All right. Woohoo! I yell for Torm and do 12 points of damage.
Oh, jeez. That's like twice its hit points, easily. Okay.
I am so glad we have these multiple attacks per round.
There's 5 of them left, and the ones that are just about to attack, ooh, fails miserably. 2 more run, leaving 3 of them. And who gets the more? Calum gets more.
No!
8 to 18.
No, they both hit. Give me snake eyes.
Shit.
Ooh.
10 damage.
-7.
Sorry, Calum.
Right?
Sorry, you did how much damage to me?
You took 10.
Oh, I'm at -7.
And 1 attacks Hildegard with an 8 and misses. Okay, so Calum is now unconscious and bleeding. This is your second or third? Second attack,
I
Hildegard.
can't tell. I
Second.
think so.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Alright, because he's out. Alright, I'm going to make a swing at the one that went for him.
Sure.
The ones that hit him. I'm going to make my 2 swings on both of them.
Yeah, you've got both of them right now, so you can do both if you want.
Okay. Well, I got one of them.
Yep,
For 10 points of damage.
dead.
If I even do 1 point of damage, if I roll a 1 on a 1d10,
Yeah.
they're still dead in 1 hit.
Yes, I would think so. So there's 4 of them
It's a
still
5.
standing. Okay. It's a new round. When it gets to Calum's turn, I'm going to make him do a system shock survival.
No.
So it's your turn first.
Alright, I'm going to go for the one that I missed.
Okay.
Just barely hits with a 10.
Okay.
And it's 13 points of damage.
Okay. So there's 3 of them left.
Do I roll like... Oh, never mind. You're rolling for the resolve.
Whoops. Yeah. They all go running.
Okay.
Okay. Calum, let me just look up system shock survival.
I immediately drop to the ground and try to tend to his wounds as best as I can.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, Calum, hang in there, buddy. Torm, protect us. Torm, please.
What's your constitution?
My constitution is 12.
So that gives you a base of 80 system shock survival,
Yeah.
but you're at -7. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35 off of that would put you at what, 45?
45.
So that's
Pray to Torm.
clear 45% chance to survive. We've got her here. Let me just look up bleeding out here. I'll give you an extra 10%, and if you pass this one, then you stabilize. Okay?
I'll stabilize after this. Okay, so just want me to roll 1d10 first? And see
No, no,
where it
no.
ends up?
Your percentage. So try and get
Oh.
under 55. This isn't an immediate death, but let's see.
Oh yeah, because you have all your other resurrection to burn through. Oof.
Yeah.
You got 79.
So I went over.
Yeah.
Oh.
You need to get under the 55, right?
Okay, so now what? Now what?
I'm just reading. I think you might be dead.
I think you might be dead. Well, these things happen.
Yeah. But we're after combat, so I'm just like, bandaging. Power of magic. Da da da. Blah blah blah. Oh wait. They shall lose 1 hit point per round until someone cares for them. Binding wounds, which shall stop further hit point loss. Okay. But you do need to make a roll. That had to have been done right away. since I didn't do that, I'll give you one more try. How's that? I think I'm being
Wow.
generous, but we'll say one more chance.
No, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I don't want to be labeled a cheater.
Oh, well, I offered it to you, so it's up to you.
Okay, then I'll take it, obviously.
Okay, percentage 55.
I'll do it again right now? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
57.
Oh,
Sorry, Calum. Don't know about these clerics.
I know. My next character definitely will not be a cleric, just so you know. I tried. Nobody wants to play a healer. I tried. Twice.
You gave it a really good college try, so...
Alright. Alright.
And, so the goblins have run away. So what are you doing? Calum dies in your arms.
no! Caleb!
Loves to love.
Sheila!
Yes. So...
Should've walked away.
Well, at least you can take a graceful death.
At least I didn't get eaten.
That's good.
As she leaves
well.
me.
I'll take Caleb off the path and try to give him the most respectful burial that I remember how to in the practices of Torm.
Okay.
Who will carry on Torm's name now?
I'll switch the music from combat to some sad medieval music in honor of poor Calum. All right. So you bury him, and all I need to know from you, Hildegard, is if you're going to keep going on this mission or are you going to head back?
I mean, we're down one person. By myself. Can I tell how fresh the tracks are?
Of what?
Along the path. Along the
Oh.
path of...
I mean, you could... It was pretty obvious which way they were going. There's a lot of broken branches and stuff, so...
I can't tell how long it's been since they've been here. Like, I have no idea how close
You're
I
not
am.
a tracker, really, so...
I'm not the smartest.
Well, I mean, you just don't have the training, right? So it's hard to tell.
Honestly, I think we should head back to Panko.
Pankavale? Sure.
Yeah.
So you're burying Calum here and heading back by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll deliver the bad news.
All right.
Maybe I'll stay with them for a while.
Sounds good. And that puts us at 3:30. So
Well, at least my death wasn't inconvenient.
yeah. Oh, I feel bad, but you took it well, Calum. You took it well. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off here. Thank you all for coming and watching us play at Save vs. Reality. It's been episode 4, Into the Panko Vale. So from Calum, may he rest in peace, Hildegard, and myself. Thanks so much for coming out, and we hope to see you next Sunday. So I'm going to sign off now, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.